from the SKO Media Group studio in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. It's Some Kind of Radio Show, starring Earl McCune. Also starring that one guy named Mike. Comedy killer Tony Hayden. Secret agent Ben Langstaff. And I'm your announcer, Lori McCune. Now, here is Earl McCune and the Regulars.
All right, Tony, it's just you and me.
For now.
Or at least right now. Welcome to Some Kind of Radio Show. Wow. It's good to be in the seat.
Yeah.
Good to have you back.
Yeah, after wasn't here 2 weeks ago, it's been a month.
Yeah, been a minute for you.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when the car shit.
Yeah, car shit. Mike will be along soon. We're not sure about Ben.
He still might be stuck at home.
He might be making friends one turd at a time. From what I understand. Hope he feels better. I mean, when you got stomach crap going on, that sucks.
I totally understand that.
It is what it is. It is what it is. And Lori will be down shortly, and then I'm hoping I don't have to sneak out for a few minutes. I'm getting text from work right now about an issue at work, and I got a full house in there. So I'm like, well, figure. If I have to sneak out, it probably won't take me but 10 minutes to fix it. And something's binding then.
What's broke?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I got a feeling I'm going to sneak out.
Ain't gonna be like that one day all those balls are stuck in the return, was it?
God, I hope not. Oh, what the hell happened? No, we're not doing that right now. What the I don't know what the hell that thing was doing. Damn technology.
This show's proven one thing. If it can go wrong, it will go wrong. But, anywho, yeah, this week's show, a little preview into something we're going to get going again, VICES. Here's one of mine right here.
There you go.
Caffeine.
There you go.
Caffeine.
One of my biggest vices is work. Yeah.
So I'm glad I work for the boss that I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yours truly.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. You can't see the problem. That's probably something stupid. Usually 9 times out of 10 it is.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Hey, babe! Let's hope when she comes down, you guys can...
I could chit-chat with her while you're... I'm coming.
She's dealing with dogs.
We got 5 of them.
Right.
I saw you move the baby gate.
Yeah, we moved the baby gates. It's like I wanted it back there anyway, where it's at now. You know, but I just never moved it.
Yeah, you see the kennel. But yeah, so. Yeah, it's a pity it's not something you can talk him through.
Well, he doesn't get. It's not his fault. I'm not getting good descriptions. Mm-hmm. So it's like, took a picture of the top. I'm like, well, that doesn't tell me anything. You know.
No.
It's probably something stupid. I mean, 9 times out of 10, it's something stupid. I said, something's binding it. Well, I don't see nothing. I'm like, that's the problem. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Not his fault. He just doesn't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to probably sneak over there real quick because I have a machine down and I have to fix it. You can't. And that's not his fault. Not his fault. It's part of the job.
You'd be in worse shape if you had Brent working for you.
Brent is working for me.
Oh, he is now? What happened to Charger Lanes?
Oh, he hasn't been a Charger in quite a while.
Oh.
Yeah, Brent is working for me. I needed somebody.
Oh.
And he's doing a really good job, actually. So, very pleased with his performance. He's been really good. I've had him back with me about 3 weeks now. He's doing a really good job. It's the only reason I get days off right now.
Mm-hmm.
If not, I don't have any days off. I'd be there every day.
What's a day? What's a day off?
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, it's been stupid. Honey, you coming down? I heard her.
Where's Munch? Is she working or?
She's working.
And I'm assuming Caitlin's working?
She's with her boyfriend.
Okay. Didn't she go to work with Sarah?
Yeah, they don't work at the same time, though.
Yeah. Same location?
Yeah. Hey.
I'm pre-rehearsal.
Oh. Okay, I need, when your dad comes in, I got to have him take over because I got to sneak out for a few minutes.
What do you need to do?
I have to run to work.
Like, I can take over till he gets here. If you show me what I'm doing.
Nothing really pressing. Just have
Looks, if we have to run without a break, we got to run without a break.
if
No
you run
biggie.
Without a break, you run out of break. I don't care.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks. I know you're all tuned in, hoping for some fun right now.
Yeah.
But I got a pressing issue I have to take care of.
Sometimes work's got to be the priority.
Yeah, that is what it is.
Imagine if this was next week when all the pros were there.
Oh, well, I wouldn't. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't have a full house league right now.
Well, Ben's probably going to be at home.
Yeah. He's got a poop issue.
My dad's coming.
Yeah.
Where's Lori?
Working.
Oh. When does she get off?
8. Babe, I've got to run to work real quick. So can you
Come down here and chit-chat with
can you
us.
chit chat with you everyone so I can go?
I'm gonna eat.
Well, eat and chit chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and chat.
Eat and chit chat because I have got to run over there. I have a full house in there and there's a problem and I have to go fix it.
Full house, tell Dave.
Here, I'll just come to get my iPad.
All right. Well,
Okay.
I gotta sneak out. Yeah, but he's not in here yet.
I sound like a big.
Or you guys chat,
Yeah.
and then I'll go. That's all right. Lori's had a day.
Oh,
Lori's had a day. You all right, honey?
I've had a few weeks. I understand.
You all right?
I've had a week.
Now, did you have practice today or performance?
Practice.
You guys enjoy. I'll be right back.
Practice.
Yeah.
What do you practice?
What do you mean?
Like you
for-
said, you practiced today.
Yeah, I'm in a musical.
Musical,
Yeah, we had a rehearsal today.
like Grease. So the first thing comes up when I think of a musical.
I like Grease. Grease is pretty cool.
Grease is the word.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
We're doing Into the Woods right now, which is like a bunch of Brothers Grimm's fairy tales.
Okay. I've heard of Brothers Grimm, but I haven't read. I grew up on Mother Goose.
That's fair.
Then I heard of there's this comedian called Andrew Dice Clay who made Dirty Mother Goose, which were a lot more interesting. But
I shouldn't.
there once was a lady who lived in a shoe. She had so many kids she didn't know what to do, type of thing. Well, his thing was there once was a lady who lived in a shoe. She had so many kids her uterus fell out.
I should have talked about this. I'm a minor.
I was watching this stuff at 13, 14 years old. I think I was 10 when I saw my first rated R movie. Back before they ID'd you. You could probably walk in. If this was when I grew up in like the 80s, you could walk in, look as young as you do, and they would still let you in. They wouldn't care.
I had a guy at Walmart. I was trying to buy a Spider-Man movie at like 11. He was like, "You can't buy this." And he looked at my dad. He goes,
Was it PG-13?
"Yeah."
Yeah.
He looked at my mom. He goes, "You can though." So my mom took my cash and paid for it.
Yeah, I mean, we used to have, growing up, we had rated G movies, which were all the kids. We had PG, we had R, and we had X, and that was it. Mm-hmm. Then when I was like junior high school, it's PG-13. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit, rougher, a little bit more extreme than PG. Then, of course, a little not as bad as an R. Then they came out with NC-17, which meant, okay, nobody under 17. Because a rated R movie, if you're there with somebody who's old enough, they'll let you in. Mm-hmm. And I think, it's supposed to be like, one guardian per like 4 people or something, but they don't care. So, and then of course there's X, which, there's not too many theaters that actually show that stuff anymore because you go on the internet and see it for free. Mm-hmm. But, so growing up, I think I was like 10 when I went to my first rated R movie.
Okay.
And then we had HBO, and, after like, 8 o'clock, that's when they would show all the rated R stuff. My parents didn't care. They're like, oh, you're going to learn about it in school or learn about it from your friends anyway.
My parents don't like watching certain movies with me because we'll get to scenes and I just... Yeah.
I used to learn the whole thing, but when I'd be like, cover my eyes, leave a little slit open to where I could still see.
I would just ask questions and my parents would be like, no. Oh,
No.
Am I moving over or am I moving out?
We can move over.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Not taking my seat is what I'm saying.
Someone's got to run the thingy though.
Nah. Earl said we just, chat and he'll put us on break when he comes back.
I said if he showed me how to push the button, I'd push the button, but he said no.
I don't even trust myself on that anymore. I can run this little portion of it, and that's about it.
I'm a smart person, generally.
I can't run any of it anymore.
I just remember and then when we were still over in the valley, when he had that new system I had to try to learn, God, the thing fucking sucked.
When we were in the valley, I knew how to run everything. Here, I
Yeah.
don't know how to run shit.
I just remember them a few years of going in on Christmas Eve and playing all the screwy Christmas music off by Spotify.
Right?
And I know people, texting me, hey, play this song. Hey, if it's on Spotify, I'll play it. 4 hours, we can break our rules for, because we always play the Christmas music anyway.
Right.
And since I didn't do shit on Christmas Eve, hey, going in for 4 hours wasn't nothing.
Well, back then was kind of fun because of the licensing we had. We could actually do a radio show with music and everything else. So,
yeah.
That was cool about what some of the guys did with the request shows and stuff like that. I mean, it was a good time.
I still talk to Steph and Chris frequently, when they go to their concerts, they typically hire me.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it's like, we sit there thinking back, Ben and his friend. I probably spent, I spent a lot of time there because I did my 2-hour thing Wednesday. We did our show Friday night, and then I still went and ran the board on Sunday.
I had a Sunday show.
Yeah, I remember when you all were doing that. Mm-hmm. Then our buddy Bob doing his oldie but goodie thing.
Yep.
He keeps asking me every time I see him because he'll come in with his mom to karaoke on Sunday nights. When are you going to come over and do a show on my station? I'm like, the 5th of ever. Why not? I'm like, I already do my thing. Every other Saturday, that's plenty for me. If we did it every Saturday, I'd still be here, but no desire to do anything else.
No, not at that level anymore.
Well, it's like when we split Kent, first thing they asked me was, well, aren't you going to stay here and be like a fill-in, or we could, do your own thing? And I said, the only reason I was there was because of this show.
Right.
And I'm not abandoning my show.
Nope.
So, I remember it came up a few weeks ago in my Facebook memories when me and Earl first met.
Oh, yeah?
And I'm sitting there thinking, damn, I've known him 10 years.
Oh my God, Loriana. Hi.
Hi, Laura. Hi, Munch.
Hi, Pookie.
Hi, Pookie.
Yeah. She's my Pookie.
Hi, that one guy.
Hi, Loriana.
Yeah, I forget where I went about a week ago, and I actually got a paper liter of cola, and you're the first person I thought about.
Not anymore.
Nah.
Beard's coming back.
Yeah, I noticed the beard back. Or I ain't let mine grow back because it'd fucking all go back great. It's bad enough all my hair is.
I don't have the slightest concern about being gray. I'm old. Deal with it.
You're married.
Please.
Doesn't matter if I'm married or not. If I was single, I don't care.
Bring me a nice big greasy burger,
I've been
Munch.
running off of a singular Chick-fil-A sandwich all day, please.
Well, I had breakfast this morning about 7. I had lunch with my brother, since, he's buying, so we went and had lunch, and then, of course, I worked through the afternoon a little bit till it started raining, and then, now I'm here, and God, next week's gonna fucking suck.
Why? What's up?
Well, I got, noon next Friday, I got to pick up 5 rabbis from the airport.
That's a good time.
Oh, tons. Because the rabbi that hires me from the synagogue in West Akron in Fairlawn called me and was like, do you have access to a minivan? And I'm like, funny thing, I just bought one. I now own one. He was like, wonderful. Can it fit 5 people? And I said, well, yeah, it's the maximum I can fit is 5. All right, you got 5 people to pick up the airport, bring them out here, you know where I live. And then, but they're going to be out here and you got to take them back 5:30 in the morning on Sunday. Whew. Well, that's not that bad. I'll pick them up Friday, work Friday night a bit. I got to take my client Saturday in the morning, then pick her up in the afternoon from this place. Then I got a dusty run that Saturday night. Then when I pick up the 2 girls, then I'll pick them up at 1:30 in the morning, take them back. Then I got to go back to Fairlawn and get them and drive them to the airport on Sunday. Guess who ain't doing shit next Sunday afternoon?
Nope. You're going to be dead to the world.
Well, fortunately, when I drop off my Dusty booking, she's used me a dozen times. I messaged her because she texted me a week ago. She's like, Tony! And I'm like, hey, darling, how you doing? She's like, good. Next Saturday, 12th, you available? And I'm like, for you, sure. She's like, all righty. She's just like, same hotel. And she's like, oh, by the way, I'm single, so you don't have to drive home. You could stay over. And I said, well, I'd love to, but once I drop you guys off, I got to go get people at 5:30 in the morning. And she's like, well, we'll probably be down for one more concert. I'm like, all right.
There you go.
Yeah, because I hate having to fucking drive home at 1:30 in the morning after. God, that sucks. I mean, it was bad enough last night. I went to bed. I fell asleep at like 8 at night. Fucking woke up at 3 in the morning, couldn't fall back asleep.
Right.
So I stayed up for a little bit and had breakfast about 8 in the morning, went back to bed, and it's a good thing my brother texted me because I wouldn't feel like doing shit. I was going to go back to bed and sleep in the afternoon, and because I would normally I had been working in Fairlawn, delivering.
Yeah.
But last weekend, I worked in Springfield Township. Dude, you wouldn't believe all the shit out there, how starved they are for people.
Oh, yeah.
I made way better money out there than Fairlawn. I worked 2 hours tonight, made $75.
It's not bad.
Well, they do. They pay extra per order when they're short of people.
Right.
There's so much shit in Springfield. More pizza shops. They got that Wingstop, the bar.
Yep.
I'm like,
oh yeah,
and I'm fucking 10 minutes from home.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I delivered down to Lake Township.
Did you?
Yeah, I mean they paid well. It was like a $20 order, $20 pay to go pick up a pizza in Springfield and drive right
Where the
down
hell
road.
did you get a pizza in Springfield that went to Lake?
Di Chico's. They opened up one in
Checo's.
Springfield.
Okay.
Best white pizza on God's green earth. Yeah. To me, I mean, for white pizza. Well, you know what? You have these fucktards, because I don't like saying the other word, the Beacon Journal, the good old Beacon Journal, has had a thing for like the last couple months. They've been doing like a NCAA tournament type of challenge for the pizza shops in Akron.
Okay.
Well, why ain't Rocco's in there? Well, Rocco's is in Cuyahoga Falls and Stowe. Well, why isn't Giuseppe's in there? Because they're in Greene and North Canton.
Right.
Well, they're in the Akron area. Did you not read it said Akron, not Akron area?
Right, exactly.
Are you fucking illiterate? I'm like, well, you're reading the Beacon. That should tell me.
Well, they
what
kind
we
of
need.
are.
And they're like, well, they should be in there. I'm like, they're not.
Nope.
And
People don't get it.
I mean, me, I like Luigi's Pizza. It's good. It's greasy. You can tell it's kind of homemade because it's not completely round.
Right.
You know, that good indication. And, you know, so I think the Checo's is there because they have one that's in South Akron, South Main Street.
Yeah.
So and they opened up one in Fairlawn, too.
I don't even know what's in Akron anymore.
If you're going to get anything in Akron, like, I don't like to buy from chains. I I won't go to Domino's. I don't like Papa John's. I don't go to Pizza Hut. I want to go to a mom and pop place. If they got a few locations, that's fine. But once you start getting beyond that, look what happened to Swenson's. They used to be good back in the day. Before they opened up 50 of them.
Yeah, but it had nothing to do with opening up 50 of them.
It was all coincidental.
They changed their recipe, number one.
Change your cheese.
Changed more than that. They changed the size. I mean, Swenson's, it had nothing to do with opening other ones. It had everything to do with
quality.
Changing shit.
Yeah. I mean, nowadays, the Galley Boy looks like a fucking McDouble.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
I remember when you used to get Swenson's, the burger would be this freaking, the patty would be this big around hanging off the bun. And now it's, I mean, it still tastes good, but it's not the same.
Well, you know how stupid the public is? Quarter pounder with cheese has been around for years.
Yeah.
A&W released a 3rd-pound burger, and it didn't sell as well because people thought a quarter pound was bigger because of the 4. Oh, 4's bigger than 3.
People are special.
So, but yeah, if you're like an Akron proper and you want to get something good, I like the Checos. I like Luigi's. Luigi's is tough to order from, though, because you got to fight that line going into the restaurant.
Right.
Pick up an order. I mean, if I do pick up, I pick up later when the dinner rush comes down. Let's see here. I'm trying to think of what else is pretty good. Fiesta's,
I mean, it's always been all right.
I mean, there's one on Newton, one on Albrecht. I'm trying to think of what else is good. I mean, usually my
Fiesta,
pizza, but
in my opinion, their their chicken's far better than their pizza.
Yeah, I agree. I'm trying to think because we used to get it from the one up on I think used to be one up on was it? Yeah, it was on Newton.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to get it when I work a lot of the times would buy it and they'd have it for us on Fridays when we'd get off. They'd usually buy us the driver's food.
Right. If I'm not mistaken, that was the original one, but I might be wrong.
No, you're right. Then I think the one on Albrecht opened up second.
Yeah.
And then they've got one in Cuyahoga Falls, I think.
But I don't know what's in Akron anymore. I mean, pizza joints come and go overnight, so I have no clue what's around. And I mean, look, the chain places, some of them are good, some of them aren't. To me, it's always a specific pizza from a chain is good, but others aren't. So, I mean, I'm not overly picky about pizza. I don't get crazy about it, but there's definitely places I like better.
And places that got good fried chicken, I mean, aren't necessarily chicken joints either.
Right.
I mean, if you've ever had, I'm trying to think where the hell I was.
Well, truly, you just mentioned, like, Fiesta, I know it's named pizza and chicken, but Fiesta was one of the best fried chicken places around for years.
I delivered for a place in Goodyear Heights. Their pizza totally sucked. If you ever go downtown, there's a cheesesteak place downtown. That guy used to own the pizza shop, and its big thing, they would always have car shows because you walk inside and it looks like a 50s diner.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It used to be called Eddie's.
Yeah.
Well, there's Eddie's cheesesteaks on Main. He's mad at me because I told him his fries sucked. They're hand cut, but when you deliver them or get them carry out, he doesn't put them in a cup to let them breathe and crisp up. They go in a foil where they sit there and fester in the grease and they just get soggy as shit. So I never order them when I go there. I told him, spend the money, buy paper cups. What do you think Five Guys does that?
Right.
So, I mean, the fries are going to be greasy as shit to begin with, but at least they'll crisp and firm up. But Eddie's, their pizza, even when Eddie owned it, their pizza wasn't terrific. They didn't put a lot on their sauce or in their dough or nothing. Right. They were more known. The fried chicken, they would marinate it in like the Italian dressing and blah 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 and all these spices. They bread it real well. The breading was seasoned. It was the bomb. And their gyros were killer too. But yeah, you go places and it's like, okay, I want them to have a little bit bigger of a menu than just pizza, obviously.
Right.
So, I mean, when you guys did the thing 2 weeks ago, I would have, I kind of wished I could have been here because I might have said, hey, Earl, get me a pretzel crust.
Right.
That Little Greaser's pretzel crust is really good. Because instead of the red sauce on the bottom, it's got that melted cheese sauce.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's good. That's one thing they do right. I mean, I miss Cece's. They had the macaroni and cheese pizza.
Oh, the best thing that Cece's had, hands down, was the buffalo chicken pizza.
Oh, that was...
They had the best buffalo chicken pizza around and it's fucking Cece's.
It's a cheap all-you-can-eat place.
It was, But for some reason, they nailed that, and that mac and cheese pizza was really good.
Yeah, I mean,
Everything else was, and their brownies were amazing.
yeah.
Simplest damn thing is, like, how many brownies can I eat?
Yeah, I mean, I'd go sit in there, and I could tell you I ate a pizza and a half. Easy. I mean, it wasn't the thickest pizza in the world.
No.
But it was good.
It was a pizza buffet. It was cheap pizza, but all of it was good. It was all tasty, but they had, that buffalo chicken pizza was amazing.
Yeah,
I probably ate 2 of those pizzas every time I went in there.
I mean, I'd get the buffalo chicken. I'd always get a couple pieces of macaroni and cheese. I liked the vegetarian pizza that had the broccoli, cauliflower, and all that crap on it. It was good. And, they would make them. I mean, you get if you're at the mall, you can't go wrong getting a slice from Sbarro, especially the stuffed pizza.
Well, that's another place, though, that has gone down.
Yeah.
Sbarro used to be really good, and it's not the same as it used to be.
No.
But honestly, that's why I don't go out to eat that much. I feel like every place has gone down.
Yeah. Now, I'll tell you one place that's better now, post-COVID, than it was before COVID, was Golden Corral.
I haven't been to Golden Corral in age, probably since COVID. Like,
I went the last time
was going way down.
Yeah, it was, the quality went to the shit, and then they reopened, and you had to go at the time. You had to put on a glove when you handled the utensil. That's all gone again.
Right.
I went for Veterans Day.
Okay.
And that was the last time I went in there, and I made sure I worked through the day. And because when I tried going for Veterans Day the year prior, they cut it off at 7 instead of 8.
Okay.
But now they said, okay, we'll stay open we'll let people in until 8. Then we're going to close at 10 o'clock. But they quit letting people in. That place was fucking packed. I sat with 2 Navy guys and an Air Force guy because it was just me, myself. But they were sitting everybody together.
Right.
There was the ROTC students, I think, from Green High School, where they were putting in volunteer hours, and they were busting tables, and I left them like $5 for a tip, because they were working on volunteer hours, and then they got to keep whatever tips they got.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, but I went in there, and God, I stuffed my face.
Oh, I bet.
The meatloaf's good. I like the fish.
That's another place that, I know you're saying that it's gotten better, but it started out pretty decent for a buffet.
Yeah.
The nights they had steak, it was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, they had steak that Monday night. You get a small portion of it, but...
Yeah, but you go back as many times as you wanted, as long as you paid that extra, $5-10, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then it went way down. The quality of that place went to absolute shit.
They were better than Ryan's or Old Krusty Buffet. I had
Who?
Lori.
Which one?
Loriana.
Okay. Hi, Loriana.
you had because I was always the buffet type person. We went to a Ponder.
Sorry.
Oh,
Number one, Jason said hi from the Windsor pub again. And what about Papa John's? We kind of already addressed the fact that we're not super big on the chains, and I will say that Papa John's is my least favorite chain.
Someone told me who used to work at Papa John's that they actually got a call because someone found a pube in the pizza.
Nothing surprises me in any of these places.
That can happen anywhere, though.
We'll see.
But the problem with Papa John's is it's nothing but crust.
Yeah.
It's just
crust.
bread. It's just bread with a little bit of sauce and a topping or two. Papa John's is the worst chain pizza, Jason. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, they are. And here's the thing. You watch all these commercials, no matter what chain, even around here, Giannino's.
Yeah.
Their dough's made daily, but it's not made on site.
Right.
That's why they say dough made fresh daily, but it's never made on site. I asked the girl at Papa John's picking up a pizza. Because you get them and they come in, they're like, well, we don't make anything here. But they're brought in daily and they get thrown in the fridge.
Which, that doesn't bother me.
Yeah. See, the shop I worked at, we made our dough in-house. We shredded all our cheese in-house. I got the scar to prove it. Because what we used to have to do, we would get these big logs of provolone cheese, like this.
Right.
And they were probably about 3 foot long. Not only did we have to cut them in half, we also had to again split them down the middle, so they would fit in the shredder attachment on the mixer.
Right.
Well, I used to use the chef knife. Hold the handle here, put a towel over the sharp end, boom. Went through the towel, cut through here, even nerve damage. Another 12 stitches later, no Novocaine or no anesthesia. Oh boy.
And the only prescription is vodka.
I don't need any more cowbell.
What's your favorite pizza?
East of Chicago taco pizza.
Even that used to be amazing. It's not as good as it used to
No.
be, but it's still good.
I don't know what to talk about. I'm just listening.
We're talking about food. Just chime in.
Or Marco's or Donato's. I mean, because you got your big three are your Pizza Hut, your Domino, your Papa John's.
I do like Donato's.
I've never had their pizza.
Romeo's isn't bad.
So,
I
I feel like a damn broken record at this point. Once again, it was better 10
Before
years
COVID,
ago.
Yeah.
A lot was better before COVID.
I mean, I've had Marco's once. It wasn't bad. I've never had East of Chicago, and I've delivered enough.
The
Donato's,
one thing I
but-
like about East of Chicago, even to this day, like they've gone down a little bit. But
Well, you got one down by you on Cleveland Avenue, don't you?
Yeah.
Is that still there?
yeah, it's still there, and that's a little hole in the wall one that's been
Yeah.
there forever. But I like their pizza because it's greasy.
Yeah. I like a greasy pizza. I can't have anything dry.
I think the worst pizza I ever had. Oh my god! My buddies knew about this place because of college.
Yeah.
and it's a place out by Penn State, and it's called the O.
The O.
And it's like a little college diner place, but they were just raving about this damn pizza and how greasy it was.
Yeah.
I shit you not. Number one, we left Ohio at 10 p.m. to drive to this place because it stays open till 4 in the morning.
Yeah, it's a after the bar type of place.
There was a puddle of grease in the
That
center.
is-
I could not eat that shit. I was like, "Huh? Nope.
Well, that's why I always call Little Caesars Little Greasers, because way back in the day, their gimmick before they went to the hot and ready thing was you always got 2 pizzas.
Yeah,
So you buy it small, but you get 2 smalls.
right.
Small was a little bit more expensive than it should have been, but it was to cover the cost of the second. Because when I was at Fort Leonard Wood, we had one that was like 20 minutes off base in Lebanon, Missouri. And they would be the only place they would deliver on base for us. We were outside of their area, but they would, because we were service members,
Right.
they would deliver. We tip them well. And we would call and usually order like 4 large pizzas for my company. And
You gotta eat.
we were able to eat, but it was greasy as shit.
Yeah.
So
No, I don't mind a greasy pizza, but like that place, the O, was just, oh my god, that was terrible.
I don't.
Like I could have taken my shirt off and just swam in the puddle of grease. Like that's how bad it was.
I don't remember where I went recently, but me and my friends went to a pizza place, and me and her literally watched the rain from the ceiling, drip onto our pizza. We both went, I don't want it.
Hell no. Hell no.
Like, there was a hole in the ceiling, dripping into a bucket. Someone walked past it with a pizza, and we watched it drip into the box. We were like, huh?
Did you say anything?
No, because we'd already paid, so we're just like,
I just
Don't
said,
do it, don't
all
do
right,
it.
you need to learn to have some guts. I'd have been like, look, motherfucker.
the ceiling just peed on my pizza. Also, completely off topic. On topic, but there's a place in Hartville. I don't know where it's called, but it's like right next to, like, there's a laundromat and like
Is
an
it that
antique store.
BOGO something?
It's in that little plaza.
Yeah.
Because there's a diner at the end of the plaza. There's a butcher in the center of it. But I know the pizza place used to be like Krause's or something way back in the day.
Right, but now it's something like BOGO
But it's
or
still
some weird.
It's still a pizza shop.
We might be
Because
thinking of something different.
Maybe we are. I don't flip it now.
when you said it was next to a laundromat, I always thought,
Yeah, because there's like I don't know what's on the end, but there's this pizza place, there's an antique shop, there's a gift shop.
Right there in the center of town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, I don't know about, like, it's pizza, but, pizza. But,
yeah.
my bad, sorry. But they have a thing that I went there once, and they have a thing. It's like pizza, but it's double crusted.
Yeah.
So there's some on the top, some on the bottom, and it's just gooey in the middle.
Jason said that's Rocco's Pizza on Portage Trail in Cuyahoga Falls. I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh, yeah. That's where he has
Robin said, ba la 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 la. Somebody is watching Big Hero 6.
La 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 la. Elmo.
Yeah, Rocco's is where he has the Star Trek Club meetings. Yeah, I shit you not. They have Star Trek. He's on the Star Trek Club.
No.
I asked him one time, I'm like, what do they do? Argue about who is the better captain? Kirk or Picard or Cisco or Janeway or... I don't know who the guy was from Enterprise.
You know far more about Star Trek than I do, man. I don't know. Of course, that's you guys. I don't know.
Well, of course, you know.
Kaylee,
What?
daughter,
What?
grab me another beer.
What?
I never watched the original one, the Captain Kirk one.
Top shelf.
Yep.
You see the Canada Dry?
Yeah.
You see the can behind it?
Yeah.
You see the bottle behind that?
Yeah.
I think that's the one I want. We're going to find out.
The Great Lakes one? Or
No, the one
Guinness?
behind the can.
The Guinness?
Is that a Guinness?
This is a Guinness.
I don't want the Guinness. Give me the Great Lakes. Is all my beer gone? Damn it, son of a bitch.
Might be.
I guess I'm having a Christmas ale.
Huh?
Not that I'm complaining about that.
No?
I have one song stuck in my head.
What song is stuck in your head? Sing it.
Into
Come
the
on.
Woods.
Okay, no, don't sing it. No, please God, no.
Why?
No, the only thing that I basically knew about Captain Kirk was, after he quit Star Trek, he launched a lingerie business. Nobody wanted to buy it, though. No one wanted to buy Shatner panties.
I knew that it was going to be a bad joke. I knew it was,
Well, I was, it's funny.
Oh, here we go.
Right around COVID, I was supposed to go on a Star Trek cruise. I had booked.
Star Trek cruise?
They were going to have actual actors from the series that I did watch a little bit of.
Okay.
I liked The Next Generation, Captain Picard. I never, I got into that, and I would watch all the new
fuck could
episodes.
Captain Picard be on? He's like 97 years old.
Well, he wasn't going to be on it, but there was the
okay.
other actors that were going to be there. My favorite character from all the Star Treks is this guy named Q.
Okay.
So I wanted to meet him.
I mean, I'm familiar. I just don't know it as well as you guys do.
The hot redheaded doctor was going to be on there, which I liked.
Okay.
And then there was going to, there's people from the Next Generation that were going to be there. Who's the guy that does the oh my? The Asian guy. George Takei.
Oh.
Played Sulu. He was going to be there just to be able to meet him and to meet people that were off of Deep Space Nine and Voyager.
Well, that might have been an interesting meeting because he's gayer than a picnic basket.
Oh, yeah. But just to meet some of the actors, and it was a cheap cruise, too. It's $400 for 5 days.
No, it's not.
And it was an all-inclusive cruise, booze, food, and everything. So, but just to meet some of the characters, because I booked it to go in 2000, but then, with COVID hitting, they canceled it. 21, they canceled it again, and I just took a refund instead.
Right.
But that was what I was going to do. But, and it's just like...
I'm still curious about what Jason means by Rocco's Pizza on Portage Trail. Like, what were we talking about that he's chiming in on?
Oh.
I mean, we insulted Papa John's.
Yeah. We're equal opportunity.
We talked about a place in Hartville.
Yep.
I don't know how we got to Rocco's. Unless he's like saying Rocco's is... I don't flipping know. Jason, what are you talking about?
I just remember when I lived in Kent from like 96 to 99, we used to go down to the Loft on Tuesday and Friday.
Jesus, the Loft.
And they had the pizza shop still in the bottom of it. $3 pepperoni pizzas.
Yeah.
They were cheap. They weren't great. But for $3, who gave a shit? And you know who's got really good pizza, surprisingly, is Euro Gyro.
I've heard that. I've never had it.
I mean, because I would go get it when I lived in Kent. And then I would go to the one occasionally on Exchange by where I live now. And, did you ever have any of that White Delight pizza that Ben ordered from Panini's?
I think I stole some, and it was good. He got pretty pissed at me.
I had that, I think the last time I went to Panini's, that's what I got. I got that, and then I got something on the side, and I took mix so I could take half the pizza home. Right. It was good even cold.
No, I knew about a couple places in Kent when I was in high school that I can't remember the name of now.
Yeah.
The only restaurant I know of now is basically right across from a fishing hole. And the only reason I know about it is I had her with me one day. She had to go to the bathroom. And I went in and basically played the, like, helpless dad card. I was like, can my daughter please use your bathroom? And they were like, oh, my God, yes.
Wait, what are we talking about? Wait, what are we talking about?
Shut up. Just go back to your phone.
Why? I want to know.
Either be on the show or go sit on your phone.
I'm
Good morning.
talking
Tony
about
brought up Rocco's
important
Pizza.
musical thingies.
Oh, yeah,
Music.
Ben, because the Rican Urinal... The Rican Urinal did that poll, and all these people are bitching about why Rocco's wasn't in it, because they're not an Akron pizza shop. Akron area, maybe, but not Akron. Not within the city confines of Akron. That was the reason why I brought it up.
Okay. That was way back in the conversation.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ben, bitch boy, my tummy hurts.
Ben, are you stuck at home?
Get your butt over here. You'll blow up Earl's bathroom any other time. Just come on over. My tummy hurts.
Ben, take a teaspoonful of baking soda, put it in 8 ounces of water, stir it and chug it. That'll calm your stomach. It's a natural
Follow
antacid.
us for more health aids.
Well, that's what I do. I don't ever take antacid. I just use baking soda and water. Because when I used to wrestle in high school, you'd get sore after practice.
Yeah.
And, and that's natural antacid would help all the lactic acid from building up in your muscles. Then you weren't as sore.
We're
either that.
sharing all kinds of good tips tonight. This is great.
It was either that or avoid eating dairy altogether. And I'm Italian. I got to eat cheese.
Oh, yeah. Hello.
Why do you think I was so pissed being in the hospital? They wouldn't give me any cheese. Oh, it's too high in phosphorus. It's affecting your kidney health.
Listen, let my kidneys die.
Yeah.
I got into an argument on the Italian. I got into an argument the other day because someone looked at me because I said, "Oh yeah, I'm part Italian," and they looked at me. They said, "No, you're not. You're white." Can we?
Ignorant. To be fair, we're pretty white.
Yeah, but Italian is European. That's still kind of
Look
white.
at me.
Not yet. Maybe another beer and I'll be
Kaylee.
European.
Look at me. My mom's side of the family's all Italian. My dad's side of the family's all American, full-blooded American Indian.
Look at Ben. He's Italian as Italian comes, and he looks like a goddamn Asian.
He gets mistaken for an Asian.
He was mistaken for an Asian by an Asian.
I also got told
Yeah.
that I'm not allowed to talk about Italian because I'm not Italian enough.
Who the hell told you that?
Not saying that.
Was it?
You know.
Was it?
You know.
Was it the person you spoke to on the way here?
Yes.
I am gonna plant my foot up her ass. Text her right now. Say, you're dead to me.
I'm not Italian. She's not the one that said I'm too white. She just said she's more Italian than I am.
No,
Not even Italian.
Not.
No, they're not. They're like Puerto Rican.
They are. She has Italian on her dad's side.
No, she doesn't. Oh.
no, you want to meet somebody pale? I'll introduce you to my first ex-wife, Michelle. Her mom's full German. I don't know about her dad's side of the family. And she's as pale as Casper, the Friendly Ghost. The only and she got really dark brown hair.
When she was a kid, she drew a little mustache and.
Is she blonde
Who
hair,
knows?
blue eyed?
No. Dark hair, and the only thing that tans on her, she gets a lot of freckles.
They wouldn't have liked her. in
Or
the
my friend
40s.
Jen.
They would
Same
not
deal.
have liked her in the
She's
40s.
full Irish. And
Ben, you're a little
It's
late.
terrible. I'm so sorry.
We already covered the fact that you're Asian.
yeah.
Catch up. And if you're going to talk this much on the chat, Ben, just get your ass over here. Stop being a little bitch. I'm not going to glue anything to you this time.
Nope. No glue.
No glue. I might punch you.
Yeah, Ben's is so Italian, I can just imagine him making, like, chicken stir-fry pizza.
Well, that's the bad thing. Like, he is legit Italian.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, not saying I'm not. I'm just saying.
You don't get any more
If you
Italian
look
than the
at
middle
Ben's
name of
family-
Rocco.
If you look at Ben's family,
Yeah.
Italian, and then Ben, it's like the stork fucked up.
He got lost.
Yeah, sure.
Show trip to Italy. Shut up, Ben, with your show trip bullshit.
What's funny,
Euro trip.
you line up my brother Rich, my sister Gina, me, and my brother Larry. My brother Larry doesn't look like my mom or my dad. He's like the postman's kid or something. He's got light brown hair and blue eyes. The rest of us got
I gotta go
brown
to the
hair,
bathroom. I'll
brown
be back.
eyes.
I'll be right
And even my dad never had. My dad's got brown eyes,
Yeah.
and and my dad's got black hair, being Indian,
What
which
kind
is
of
why
Indian?
mine's so fucking. Well, it was fucking like as dark brown as it was. I'll say
You
was.
need to not worry about the gray hair, man. Like, just seriously, don't worry about it.
Well, I've got a friend of mine. I won't mention John's name. He's got, he's all gray, bald back to here, so he's only got it around side and the back. You always see him in a hat because then it looks like he's got a full head of hair. And he's got like a gray mustache. I told him what he needs to do. Let his hair grow a little bit longer, grow a Fu Manchu, and he could be the gray-haired Hulk Hogan.
There you go.
And
I
then-
mean, come on. Like, I've had this gray patch in my mustache right here.
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed. I don't give a shit.
Well, I'm better received by my customers than by others without. That's why I shaved on my
No,
face.
I understand that, but
Yeah.
it's just when you said, like, it'll all come in gray, like, don't worry about that.
And I'm tired of the just
The
for
right
men
ladies
thing.
won't care.
But it's funny because it's like, John will go eat at this place they can sit and flirt with the young girls. And he got mad at me the one time because I sent him a link to like a 50s and over dating website. Well, you need to find me a girl in her mid-30s. And I said, John, you don't have enough sugar to be a sugar daddy. I said, you barely got Splendor Stevia. Motherfucker's got a beautiful 97 Trans Am. I put more miles in my car, I think, in a month than he's put on his car since he's had it.
Since 97.
He won't drive it. I'm afraid somebody's going to open up their door and put a ding in it. The tires and the hoses under the hood sit there and dry rot. But he'll put
gonna
plates.
say.
He puts regular plates on it every year. I told him to get fucking historical plates.
Oh, yeah.
Because you register them once, and that's the only time you got to do them.
Right.
He gets an oil change every year. For what, 200 miles put on the car?
Well, that has more to do with it sitting.
Yeah, well, he could put stabilizer in it. The guy at the fucking oil change place told him to do that.
Right.
He's like, I can even get you the stabilizer. You
But
come in here.
it's honestly an old school way of thinking to
Okay.
do the oil change once a year.
Yeah.
And people that collect
He gets it every
classic
he gets
cars-
it every 3 months.
Okay, that's too damn much. Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck that.
No, well, the oil sat here. He said 3 months or 3,000 miles, and I'm like, dude.
That's if you're driving it, dipshit.
Yeah.
Does he watch? I just called him
Yeah,
a
he
dipshit.
might.
Sorry, buddy.
But well, I mean, everybody that's known me long enough knows me. I don't sugarcoat shit. I'm not Willy fucking Wonka. I'm sorry, but yeah. And I told him, I'm like, dude, I could save you so much money. Do the historical plates. I told him, Ravenna's got octane lights for the car show. Take your car. Well, it needs washed. Who gives a fuck?
Wash it.
I told him I got when I bought that van, the guy gave me 3 bottles of this fucking like Rain-X shit that you, instead of washing your car, you spray on it and just wipe it off, and the fucking thing sits in his garage. Why does it need washed and waxed? And I told him I was just like, if you want to go to Lorraine to go see some music, I'm like, you got a couple of honeys that want to go with you. They're looking forward to riding up in the Trans Am, not your pickup truck.
Right.
I'm like, man, you got to drive.
Does anyone know why Alex is just sleeping in the car?
Alex is sitting in his dad's car for no
I got
apparent reason. And
I told Earl I got some gifts for him. I'm sure Alex will get use out of them. I found them in the closet.
No.
oh, good lord.
Is that what the Playboy
Is that a whole paper bag full of Playboys?
There's like a year and a half.
Is it the bunny company?
Yeah.
Yes. Essentially.
Pretty lady.
I told him, I was like, Alex is old enough for him. Pages will probably be stuck together after Alex.
All right,
reads
so
them.
I like that.
They're not stuck together now, but
okay, so hang on.
okay.
You said it's a year and a half, like recent year and a half?
No, these are from like 20 years ago.
These are from. No, I'm not going to say
Okay,
that.
hold
That's
up.
really bad. I'm
What
not saying
issues
that.
do you have?
Let's see here.
I mean, we can't. Do not open them on camera, but like. Interview with Matthew McConaughey.
America.
Let's see here.
You
Cindy
brought a
Margolis?
whole.
Yeah,
Who?
Remember Maria from the WWE?
Tonight we were supposed to talk about vices.
Yeah.
Well, here you go, folks.
I got like.
Where did you like?
I got a gift subscription from somebody for. I got this Ink magazine and Esquire. Well, obviously. Let's see here. Kim Kardashian. I got.
Oh no!
There's some Ashley chick who used to be a tennis player. Till she did that, probably.
There you go, Kaylee. You can go to school tomorrow or Monday. And say, I just saw 47 Playboys.
Who else got this?
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who she is.
I don't know who that is. Hang on. Oh shit, my glasses. Is she voting for Trump?
Some UFC girl. From back in the day. Oh, the Big Ten college girls nude. Anna Faris.
So you brought these for Earl?
No, for Alex.
You brought these for Alex?
Yeah, I told Earl I'm like, give me Alex.
This is awful.
Another college issue.
Oh no. No.
We got.
I'm definitely straight. Looking at that.
All you're seeing is the covers. We're not opening them.
Babes
I know,
Babes
they
of
got
Russia.
Babes of Russia.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's
Carol
a
Alt.
little weird.
Hold up. There's a red hot Russian sex bombs.
Yeah.
Hang on. 16, 16 reasons to love the bear. Wow.
That's awful.
I'll be honest, I kind of want to read the article on Chris Farley's Last Days, The Untold Story.
Carol Alt, we all remember growing up with her. She was one of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit models.
Nah.
This was always my favorite issue.
Jesus Christ. Is that all of them?
Yeah, that's all of them.
You keep them in all of these things.
Well, no, I found them in a shoebox.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so I figured, Alex would probably enjoy them.
He'll enjoy them. I don't.
Wait, what?
The Black KKK.
Ben said, "How nice of you, Tony, doing God's work for Alex."
Well, at least if he gets his Wi-Fi shut off, he's not totally out of luck.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he was dug through, and I'm like,
Okay.
what the fuck are all these?
Earl's wife is gonna murder you. Cause
Alex ain't her kid.
Okay. I thought that, movies were joking about this stuff. I didn't
no,
They still
Playboy's
sell
Playboy's
Playboys.
real.
I thought the magazines were real.
Yes, they're absolutely real.
I assume, and Playboys are nothing compared to what my dad used to read. My dad used to get this magazine called Hustler.
We're not gonna explain Hustler to my daughter.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
The guy that owned Hustler used to have a Hustler club. I know they're still open, but he's long dead, I
You
think.
just said
Yeah.
we're not explaining this to his daughter.
And there used to be a tasteful magazine called Penthouse, kind of like Playboy. Have you ever heard of a magazine called Reader's Digest? Right?
I'm uncomfortable.
Reader's Digest is not
No.
anything bad.
That's not bad. But there used to be a magazine like it called Penthouse Forum that had really smut and really explicit sex stories in it. That's why my buddy Dan, who he might be listening, up for a while. Now you both will get a good laugh out of this. What Dan used to do, Dan's kind of like Before alcohol, he's real quiet and shy unless he knows you. After alcohol, he's like rated G before alcohol, and he's rated X after. So once he's been drinking, he used to go on my Facebook and message these girls that I knew, and some of the smutty stuff he wrote to them.
Ew.
Well, I told him one day I was going to kick his ass because it was one girl that I actually knew and was very good friends with, and she messaged me. They would screenshot this stuff. Well, so what I did is the one day, when I was driving Uber, and when I worked for them and drove for them instead of being on my own, I had this transsexual that I picked up on a regular basis from work, and I took her home. She used Uber to get to and fro. She was a woman from the waist up, but still a man from the waist down. And
9.
Well, so I hooked her and Dan up. They went out, had drinks. Both had quite a bit. He went back to her place. He woke up the next morning, saw that they had matching equipment from the waist down. And I said, "Oh, did you and her have a fun night?" Then I guess she woke up in the morning and she told whatever they. And well, apparently she had given him a clue as to what they did.
All right, we can end that story.
So we can end that. I was like, that's your payback for messaging all these women that So, but yeah, that
Hey Ben, are you done being a bitch with a tummy ache?
Oh, wait.
Don't insult Ben. I get to insult Ben because he knows I'll kick his ass. You don't get to insult
do it
Ben
too, I
because
don't
it's
care.
hurtful. You probably could.
Oh, who cares if it's hurtful? It's Ben.
We like Ben.
occasionally.
Yeah, that's why we get to insult him. That's the best part about having friends. Making them feel bad about themselves. Okay? I'm sorry your little tummy hurts, but you're not being very brave about it.
Did you eat gas station sushi, Ben? You ought to know better.
Come on.
Being half Asian.
Yeah.
Honorary half Asian, anyway.
Yeah. I still laugh every time I think about that dude delivering the Chinese food.
Oh God, that was so damn funny.
What?
You've heard the story 1,000 times. Our listeners have heard the story 1,000 times. We have picked on Ben for looking like he was Asian forever.
Oh, is it the guy that mistook him?
And then
Yeah.
the Chinese
fucking
food delivery guy
comes in and
Oh, yeah, you my cousin.
it was hilarious.
Don't do an impression on the air. That's bad.
We do it all the time.
Steve.
I mean, come on, you know how you blindfold a Chinese person, don't you? With dental floss.
Career I'm going on.
Anyway.
You heard the Asian prostitute got arrested?
No.
Okay.
Her name was some dumb fuck.
Okay.
You know. But, hell, that rabbi that booked me, it told me, a Jewish joke that I knew, but he was like, the difference between a Jew and a canoe, don't you?
You need to be very careful right now because we're crossing into something that can
Yeah.
get us into a lot of trouble.
Yeah. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Even if we say a rabbi told me this joke,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, it's just like, I mean, I'm Italian. I could tell you a few good Italian jokes.
Right, like I will gladly
Yeah.
tell some Italian jokes. I don't call me a wop all you want. I don't give a shit.
No, the best one was about the Italian tires. They go wop wop wop. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's
Or the same thing, what
how do you get an Italian woman
what
pregnant?
does a knife sound like when it
I don't know.
sticks in a target? They go wop wop wop.
Oh man.
I mean, shit, my grandma told me that one.
Yeah,
Yes, Grandma Haig, she was fucked up. She was hilarious when she was drunk, though. Her and Aunt Barb together, whoo!
I would have loved to see
It was like it was a really old bitchy Italian woman and an Italian midget. It was good times.
that's the Italian woman raised.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hell, my
Did you just... We gotta have a talk about family shit if you didn't understand that Grandma Haig's last name was not always Haig. You understand that, right?
She had a maiden name.
Okay. And you do understand that was Dad and Aunt Barb's mom.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
You questioned me like you didn't get it.
No, because I said a town that she raised, and you went, huh? I thought I was wrong because of what you said.
My God rest her soul, my grandma Teresa, 100% Italian, both of her parents. Raised Italian, God-fearing Roman Catholic, devout. Here I am bringing a girl home. My mom and my stepdad were out of town. Is she staying the night? Why don't you use your parents' bed? It's a little bit bigger for the two of you. And I'm like, I'm not married, Grandma. Oh, I know, but neither your cousin Jody or Jen, and they both got a kid, and they're 16.
There you go.
17, and I'm like, okay. There goes that whole...
I'm pretty sure for every Italian family out there that's Roman Catholic,
Yeah.
my family was the one that was like, we claim hell. Except for my dad, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up, and, God rest my mom's soul, she didn't raise us Catholic. She was like, I refuse to. And I'm like, thank you. Only thing she ever told...
The Catholics never got a hold of me.
Yeah, the only thing she ever told me when she found out I became Jewish, don't ever say anything to your grandma, you'll put her in an early grave. Never said anything. Then at my grandma's funeral, my cousin Jim and my cousin Joe were here from Vegas, and we're at funeral mass, and why aren't you going up to take communion? Dude, I'm not Catholic. Right. We're all Catholic. And so I pull out my yarmulke from my pocket. Said I didn't figure I needed to wear this here.
The only, and I will do this on air, but for the sake of the video, I don't know how many people will see this because hearing it doesn't do it justice. My favorite Jewish joke is, yeah, I'm Jewish, like Jewish.
Yeah.
Just because it's innocent, kind of fun, like.
Yeah.
But yeah, can't make those jokes.
Yeah, it's...
We really, I know Earl said he was on his way back. We really need him back because I don't know how to pause and set up the commercials and whatnot, but I need to smoke.
So do I. I totally understand. Man. Come on, Earl.
Being a responsible human and working, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's... I was telling her when I was asking her, I'm like, she was telling me about the Brothers Grimm thing that she's doing with her musical. And I'm like, I grew up with Mother Goose, but then we had Andrew Dice Clay who redefined Mother Goose.
Absolutely.
I'm like, Hickory Dickory Dock. Yeah. Or Jack and Jill both went up the hill, both with $1.25. Came down with $2.50.
$2.50. Hey!
Little boy blue. He needed the money.
Fucking Andrew Dice Clay. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I remember watching on YouTube a video of one of his first performances. Then there was another one, and he had come out with more Mother Goose. Mother Goose, yeah, I fucked her. And then I'm trying to think of some of the other ones. A minute.
I'm looking for more beer.
I told her I was like, there once was a lady who lived in a shoe. She had so many kids, her uterus fell out. Then there was Mary, quite contrary. Shave that pussy, it's too damn hairy. And I'm trying to think, Mary had a little lamb. Who the fuck cares? And then there was, we already did Little Boy Blue. And then, old Mother Hubbard, went in the cupboard to give her dog a bone. When old Mother Hubbard bent over, Robert took over and gave old Mother Hubbard a bone of his own.
Yep.
But it's just like, people wonder, it's just like, why our generation doesn't get easily offended. We had Richard Pryor, we had Eddie Murphy.
Right.
We had, and I still laugh when I watch Eddie Murphy try to, he did the whole gay honeymooners thing.
Yeah.
And then a gay Mr. T.
Well, never mind the fact that we don't get offended because we grew up getting the shit beat out of us.
Yeah. We didn't have time out.
No.
Yeah.
If only I was there to take us to break.
Fucking it up somehow.
That's because your tummy hurts, little girl.
Somebody got a tummy ache.
I don't think he has a tummy ache. Like, the glue freaked him out last time, and they look, Mike's mean.
Next time, Ben, we're gonna glue your hands to the wall.
That gives me ideas.
Yeah. I was surprised he didn't do that the last time instead of gluing himself to himself.
I just wanted to see him rip out chest hair.
Yeah.
That was my whole purpose.
Yeah.
And his friends that were watching wanted to see more.
Yeah. Well, I
chickened
noticed
out.
that
He's
after
like,
the first
"No, I'm
time he did
scared."
it, and he's like, no, you know what we should have put on him instead of glue? Something that's even stronger than that spray adhesive. Have you ever used flex tape?
Yes.
That fucking stuff sticks like... I had...
But you got to understand, this wasn't planned. Somehow, a
I saw
spray
the
bottle
picture.
of Loctite glue ended up in my hands, and I just thought, let's torture Ben.
Yeah, he's always up for it. No, because I remember the mechanic used to fix our trucks at work. Do you remember the white Jeep Liberty I had?
Yeah.
After I totaled my Avenger, I bought the white Jeep and I had it for like 6 months. The hinge broke on the glass portion of that.
Right.
And until I could get it fixed, I went and bought some of that flex tape and kind of taped it into place so the glass wouldn't fall off and break. Because that glass was fucking expensive.
Yeah.
My fucking mechanic's like, it took me a half hour to fucking take that flex tape off there. That shit holds. It's supposed to be permanent. You could have used duct tape. I said, I didn't know if duct tape would stick in the rain.
You got to understand, you give me spray adhesive glue, my mind goes to torture Ben. You give me a bottle of water and a washcloth, my mind goes to legitimately torture Ben.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and I'm sitting here watching that last week, and watching that last show.
Hold up.
Shit, I stuck.
What are you trying to tell us, Ben?
Ben stuck on the toilet? No, let's do that next time.
Did you shellac yourself to the toilet seat? What the fuck? Creepy little bastard.
Here's what we'll
Tell
do.
me you got rid of the cat already.
Yeah, did you get rid?
Because I don't want to know
Did
what's
you get
going
rid of your
on
pussy?
in your house right now.
No, what would have been funnier would have been if you see Ben going to take a shit, spray some of that Loctite shit on the seat of the toilet.
It would take too long.
Oh, let him sit on there.
It would be hilarious.
Kind of like the Blues Brothers when they sprayed the good old boys their RV.
All right.
Oh, we got a problem here. Yes, I am. He's stuck in the toilet.
What did you eat?
Was it like Taco Bell from 3 days ago or something? I mean, what the fuck? I mean, I get the Hershey squirts, on occasion, but not. We could have got you a diaper. We could have got you, like, some Depends, Ben. You could have sat here and...
Hell no, I don't know. Number one, I don't want to hear that. Number two, sure as hell don't want to smell that.
Yeah, Ben. And then you're going to be hop-along for a little bit. Didn't he have a surgery in like a week or something?
Week-old brats. You fucking idiot.
Week old. Did you cook them?
In the chat there, buddy, you made it sound like you got something to eat today and it made you sick. You ate brats that sat in your fridge for a week. And you fucking moron. This is why I punched you, Ben.
I'd expected him to do something else with those brats knowing Ben, but...
That's a whole different episode.
Yeah, you're supposed to, those brats don't come pre-cooked. Hate to tell you.
Actually, yeah. I'm glad he corrected himself because originally he said he ate week-old brats.
Yeah.
Which, Ben,
I
I wouldn't admit that publicly on the internet. How you end up in jail.
Yeah. Now, if you're gonna say brats, at least say bratwurst, because then we would know. But you say week-old brats.
Jesus. That just took a whole turn.
Yeah, that could have been bad. I was hungry.
Ladies and gentlemen, that we were supposed to talk about the show Vices tonight. Week-old brats is not one of the vices we discuss.
No, it's not a vice I have. I don't know about you.
To be clear.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I don't have a. I don't have a vice. Chowing down.
I was hungry and I heated them up, dude.
There's a difference between cooking them and heating them up. Big difference.
You don't have any other food in your freaking apartment that they were good but hurt not.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna punch you the next time I see you so hard.
Now, Ben, knowing where you live, I would probably advise maybe next time that happens, walk out to the road. There's a place across the street from you, like a drug mart or something. They have food in there.
Yeah,
maybe week-old brats.
Anything, man.
Are good.
Ramen noodle.
Go to the wing place across the street from you.
Jugmart saves you the runaround.
Yeah.
Did you just advertise your job?
Don't tell. You're not the one on Canton Road, are you?
Yes.
Yeah.
In Owlet?
No.
Okay.
Other end of Canton Road.
Oh, going down by
North Canton.
Gotcha. I know where that one's at. Used to be a little video place.
And so help me God, if any local listeners look for my daughter there, I will murder you.
Yes, Ben, you're dumb. We don't disagree with that.
Or mine, like anywhere that I
No.
Really not worried about it.
Yeah, go to Akron proper. It's got a bank next to it.
So the dogs are going crazy, which usually means somebody's here. Or Alex heard about the Playboys, and he's got the dogs all worked up. One of the two.
Surgery is on Wednesday.
I already told you, after you have surgery, I will come pick you up and bring your hobbled ass over here. I don't care. That's not going to be an excuse, like your tummy is tonight, little girl.
Yeah. Yeah, it's...
So out of curiosity, because this all went down before I got here, I know what we were supposed to talk about tonight, which we have not done. Earl had the wine in preparation for that. What's with the popcorn?
Earl just brought it down here. It was full. I had a couple of handfuls, but he's eating the rest.
Good Lord. Like, I was only 5 minutes late to the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I had breakfast early this morning. I had lunch with my brother. And then I was like... Which was kind of like, I was glad we didn't do the pizza thing this week. Because I've already eaten twice today and it went down to room for an entire pizza.
All I know is Loriana said she was bringing home food for us. Where are you?
Driving, maybe? Yeah, Mr. Hopalong. Yeah, Ben, they'll teach you how to use crutches. And, you know, they're not that tough to use.
You're having knee surgery, dude. You're in your freaking... Are you even 30 yet? You're going to be fine.
Mr. Hopalong. Yeah, obviously you ain't going to work. I'd be screwed if I had to have that.
No, if I had knee surgery right now, my life would be over.
Because I don't do enough driving people around in order to fucking have a I can't hop along the friggin'. What, Earl stop by the Jiggly room?
Ben said he's used crutches before for his foot. That's just... Thank you, Ben.
Well, you know how to get up and down stairs with them. 'Cause shit, I had to do that in high school when I was on crutches. We didn't have an elevator. We had a wheelchair lift, but they weren't going to let me use that
I
to go
went
up.
to Akron Public Schools. Nobody had an elevator.
We had one in our junior high, because we had 2 floors. But in high school, our school was set up weird, because half the school was on the 2nd floor. The other half was split between the 3rd and the 1st.
Right.
And then you had a staircase that went from the 3rd, skipped the 2nd, and all the way down to the 1st. You had the 2nd floor here, then the stair up to the 3rd, then the stair down to the 1st. And then when you went down, if you walked in the main doors, you go down a hall, which gymnasium, cafeteria were here, some classrooms. And then there was another little ramp that went from the 2nd down to the 1st. And that was all you had, and then we had a couple of students in with wheelchairs. So they added the little from the 1st to the 3rd staircase here that actually went from 3rd down to the 2nd, and then 2nd to the 1st, they did a wheelchair lift. That way they could get up and down the stairs.
My high school basically said if you're in a wheelchair, you're fucked.
Yeah, that's what we ended up having to do. But, you know, now the new high school is on 2 floors, and the new high school's got 2 elevators. But then again, just like in our junior high, you had to have permission to use it. But what we used to do is, I remember when I broke the bones on my right to on my fibia and my tibia, I had in junior high I used the elevator, and the thing you used to do was you'd go use it, go in there, then you could hit stop. The little bell alarm didn't go off; it would just stop. You could hit the door open, and you see all the writing in between on the
Right.
brick of between the floors.
I gotta ask, man, if you broke that in high school,
Yeah.
how many waivers did you need to get into the military?
Passed maps, told them everything.
Really?
Yeah.
If you break what in high school?
God
Like,
damn.
I've broken my tibia and my fibia on my right leg.
Mm-hmm.
I've broken my I've broken my
beep beep.
femur
Beep beep.
Okay.
on my left leg. Then on my left arm.
Prior to military?
Yeah.
And you needed no waivers? What the fuck?
That was fun. Hi guys.
Hola, ¿qué pa?
And
¿Cómo
I broke my
está
humerus on
ustedes?
my left arm, and I broke my radius in my own, my radius in my own 2 places here.
Jesus, man.
I fell on it. Gym class. All right, we're gonna go to break because we smokers need.
That's fine. I'll put you guys on break. All right then.
All righty, we'll be back.
Whisky and cigars, 2 symbols of sophistication and indulgence. For many, these conjure images of smoky backrooms, vices best left in the past. They evoke a sense of nostalgia, a time when life seemed simpler, yet more decadent. But what if I told you this perception is only half the story? What if there's more to these age-old practices than meets the eye? What if behind the smoke lies a world of surprising benefits waiting to be explored, a world where tradition meets modern understanding? This isn't about endorsing reckless indulgence. It's about appreciating the craftsmanship, the history, and the culture that surrounds these timeless pleasures. It's about understanding that life, much like a good whiskey, is best savored with nuance. Each sip, each puff tells a story of dedication and passion. Join me as we delve into the history, science, and yes, even the health benefits of enjoying whiskey and cigars responsibly. Discover the meticulous process of whiskey distillation and the art of cigar rolling. Let's embark on a journey that challenges preconceived notions and uncovers the unexpected. Together, we'll explore how these practices have evolved and what they mean in today's world. It's time to look beyond the smoke and mirrors to appreciate the finer points of these timeless indulgences. to see them not just as vices, but as a celebration of life's rich tapestry. Whiskey and cigars boast a rich history, deeply intertwined with moments of celebration, contemplation, and camaraderie. These two indulgences have been more than just luxuries. They have been symbols of status, relaxation, and even rebellion. From the grand halls of European aristocracy to the smoky back rooms of American speakeasies, whiskey and cigars have played a pivotal role in shaping social and cultural landscapes. For centuries, these indulgences have held a place at the table of diplomats and artists, revolutionaries and everyday folks. They have been present at treaty signings, artistic breakthroughs, and moments of personal triumph and defeat. The ritual of lighting a cigar or pouring a glass of whiskey has often marked the beginning of deep conversations and significant decisions. Think of Winston Churchill, cigar perpetually in hand, leading Britain through its darkest hour. His image, often accompanied by a cloud of cigar smoke, became a symbol of resilience and determination. The cigar was not just a personal indulgence, but a part of his public persona, a tool for contemplation and a companion in solitude. Or the smoky jazz clubs of the 1920s, where legends like Louis Armstrong filled the air with music, and the aroma of cigars mingled with the sweet notes of saxophone. These clubs were not just venues for entertainment, but spaces where cultural boundaries were pushed, and new forms of expression were born. The combination of music, smoke, and spirits created an atmosphere of creativity and freedom. These traditions remind us that whiskey and cigars are more than just substances. They are vessels for connection and reflection. They have the power to bring people together, to create moments of shared experience and understanding. Whether in times of joy or sorrow, whiskey and cigars have been there to mark the occasion, to offer comfort, and to celebrate life. They offer a way to slow down, appreciate the moment, and engage in meaningful conversation. In a fast-paced world, the act of savoring a fine whiskey or a well-crafted cigar can be a form of mindfulness, a way to reconnect with oneself and others. It is a tradition that continues to evolve, yet its essence remains the same, a celebration of life's simple pleasures. Beyond their historical significance, recent studies have begun to shed light on the potential health perks of moderate whiskey and cigar enjoyment. These age-old indulgences, often associated with luxury and relaxation, are now being examined through a scientific lens. Yes, you read that right. The idea that these classic pleasures could offer health benefits might seem surprising, but the evidence is growing. Research suggests that moderate whiskey consumption can have a positive impact on heart health. This includes potential benefits like improved circulation and a reduced risk of heart disease. The key here is moderation. A dram a day might help raise good cholesterol and reduce blood clot formation. And cigars? They have their own unique story. While certainly not a health product, some studies suggest that the act of smoking a cigar can, in moderation, offer relaxation benefits akin to meditation. The slow, deliberate process of smoking a cigar can be a form of stress relief. The ritualistic process, the focused attention required, can induce a state of mindfulness and stress reduction. This mindful approach can help individuals unwind and find a moment of peace in their busy lives. Moderation is key in enjoying the experience responsibly. It's crucial to remember that the key to unlocking any potential benefits lies in responsible enjoyment. Overindulgence in either whiskey or cigars can lead to a host of health problems. Think of it like fire. Controlled, it provides warmth and comfort. Uncontrolled, it becomes destructive. Enjoy your whiskey in moderation. Savor your cigar slowly, mindfully. Remember, life is about balance. Enjoy the finer things, but do so responsibly and always prioritize your well-being. VICES is returning. Intrigued? Want to dive deeper into the world of these nuanced pleasures? Then stay tuned. VICES is coming back in 2025 to the SKO Media Group YouTube channel. We'll be exploring the craftsmanship, the culture, and the joys of responsible indulgence. Subscribe now and get ready to explore the world of VICES.
You're tuned in to Some Kind of Radio Show. Now, here is Earl McCune and the Regulars.
This show needs an enema.
Yes.
This show needs an enema.
What's an enema?
Needs his butthole cleaned out.
Yeah.
This show needs an enema. I took an hour off because I had to handle something at work.
Huh.
So I got to put myself in a better mood. I had to deal with work shit. So now I'm here.
We had pizza talk.
Oh, yeah. I'm exploring one of my vices right now. Since this show is supposed to be about vices.
Yeah. Are we still on our speaker? Oh, yeah.
I gotta turn that down.
Yeah, it was like I was hearing myself a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah, there we go. All right, 8:25. I'm sorry about everything. Times are all off. It's been kind of a crazy start to the show, but hopefully the next hour and a half goes pretty good, and we'll have some fun here for everybody because it's been one of them shows.
We've been picking on Ben as usual.
Yeah, I haven't really got a chance to listen, and I've kind of been rereading. Yeah, this is the first show of April.
Yeah, you know it's in 2 weeks during the show, don't you?
WrestleMania.
The night one of the...
Night one of WrestleMania, and that's where our next show is going to be, is a watch party.
Oh, good.
WrestleMania watch party.
Also, we'll have to update the monitor.
Yeah, the monitor will be updated with WrestleMania logo and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll have it on the big monitor here. And
now, what do you think about some of the news from it that Punk's cashing in his favor? Paul Heyman's going to be in his corner and not Roman Reigns. That'll be an interesting match.
So, which logo will we use? The Loden for WrestleMania 41 or the generic one?
the actual logo.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be a WrestleMania 41 watch party. That's what next show is in 2 weeks.
And I'm glad it's 2 nights. And I like it 2 nights.
I like the 2 nights, so we're going to do a night one watch party.
Yeah.
And we'll have some fun with it.
This format started with WrestleMania 36.
Yes, the 2 nights.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about Cena turning heel?
I like it, but you know he's not going to stay heel.
No, he won't.
He'll turn face before he retires.
Yeah.
My mind was blown when you mentioned that to me.
Well, it was funny. I remember it was funny when it happened. I'm sitting there thinking it's about damn time.
Well, they've needed to do it for so long, and he always refused.
Yeah.
You know the original plan, it wasn't supposed to be Cena going heel. It was supposed to be Cody.
Yeah.
Cody refused.
Yeah, and then they talked to Cena, and they were like... And then, of course, the plan went in, and because you know in a WrestleMania match, for a title, they cannot have babyface versus babyface. Those matches just don't work.
This is the main event.
Yeah. And then, of course, but I think the Jey Uso versus Gunther, I think that's just going to be a waste of a match. I don't see Jey Uso winning.
You know, there's just... There's no big feel to that match at all.
No.
There's just no prestige to it right now. You're not Paul Heyman.
Hello, my name is Paul Heyman.
You're Paul Layman.
Yeah.
Who knows
What's up, Ben?
where the stage is going to be.
Hi.
There's a Canada Dry in that fridge. Can I
Yeah,
have it?
go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's and WWE so much better with Triple H being in creative control than
Oh, he
it
does
was.
a great job.
And he's going in the Hall of Fame. He was the first one announced thus far.
Yep.
Then Michelle McCool. Mm-hmm. They're going to put in the natural disasters. Mm-hmm. Lex Luger. Finally, they're trying to work it to where Sting can induct him.
Yeah. If not, I think it's going to be DDP.
Probably.
It'll probably end up being DDP. I guess there's some I guess Tony Khan does not want Sting there because he's still under contract.
Yeah, he's still under AEW contract. So.
And it's not like they're friendly, They're not friendly.
It ain't like
right, yeah.
like TNA is with.
Well, they have a partnership now.
Yeah.
They're doing some stuff. So.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, because they brought the Hardy Boys.
The main event of Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns was interesting.
Yeah, it was a good match.
Yeah.
So.
Well, with everybody coming back too, the Undertaker and
The Rock.
yeah,
No, wrong. Didn't we
the
watch
final
that?
boss.
I don't think
Wait,
so. No.
The one where The Rock came out?
I don't know.
I don't think we had a show the weekend of WrestleMania.
We didn't have a show the weekend of WrestleMania last year.
WrestleMania without the dead man.
We were on a different set of weekends.
Saturday, yeah, weekends.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was we watched, but I remember we watched a wrestling game. It was one of the. It was.
Rumble.
Might have been Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
because-
Yeah, it was Royal Rumble.
Yeah, because it wasn't SummerSlam. We didn't have any shows last summer.
Because The
Thanks
Rock
to yours
came
truly.
out. The Rock came out, and then me and Lori fangirled over Rhea Ripley.
I like Rhea. I like her better. I think she's better looking without all that makeup, though.
I think she's good looking in general.
She's hot in general.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
She's
And
a
I
gorgeous
don't.
lady.
I'm tired of Liv Morgan.
I'm so sick of her.
Ew.
Yeah,
I'm sick of
who
them
knows
boring.
what the setup for WrestleMania 41 is going to look like.
It's
That's
probably
also-
going to be... they've been going pretty minimalistic.
Yeah, they ain't been
You
doing
don't see those crazy sets anymore.
no.
Like,
They've been very minimalistic.
all they did was reference WrestleMania.
You think
30.
about it, they want seats. They want people in the seats.
Yeah.
So, and the way they've been selling out, they'll get people in the seats.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
For sure.
Where's it at this year?
A lot of very
Vegas.
That's right. That's
So
right.
many voices at once.
It's going to be in the stadium where the Raiders play.
Yeah.
Be a good thing is that it won't rain on them.
Yeah, they'll have a good... It should be pretty good, but
I hear food.
come on in, Munch.
Be excited. Obviously Monday being on Netflix, Friday being on USA.
We're going to need some paper plates.
I don't get to. Hi, Munch.
It's still hot.
Is your hair purple?
Yes.
I like it.
Gorgeous.
Better than the blonde she was the other day. It didn't work for her.
Come here. Get. I smell like food. Sorry.
It didn't match.
My friend Christine, all her hair's purple, like Barney purple.
Yeah.
So every time I see her, I'm like, I love you, you love me. I'm like, you got to go Shrek Green one time. No.
I went to go see the Minecraft movie and I was the Ender Dragon.
Oh heck yeah! Y'all, can we talk
I
about
can't believe they made
hot second
a
about
movie
how
out of a video
gorgeous,
game like that, Minecraft.
gorgeous the purple looks.
Did you see it?
Mwah.
No, I refused.
I'm unworthy.
My theater was jam packed and every like 10, 15 minutes there was clapping and cheering and screaming.
The
I don't
entire
know what Minecraft is.
It's a building game.
It's all blocks. You put a bunch of
Jack Black and Jason Momoa are in it.
that's true. Jason, I can't say that.
Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
He made a good villain in the Fast and the Furious movie.
Yeah.
Jack Black's in it. That's already amazing. Afmau's in it. I found that out.
I
Love
saw-
her.
I saw.
Mm-hmm. The entirety of the entirety of
We talked about pizza. I haven't had pizza since 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
What kind of pizza we got, Lori?
I've been silenced.
Before I came home, I made a Philly cheesesteak pizza.
I didn't know that existed.
Oh yeah.
Let's open it up.
Some onions, green peppers, cheese,
it's still
meat.
hot. I just made it before I
Well,
left.
it's okay. I'd rather have it hot,
Yeah.
not cold.
There's some tonight.
Oh my! You should come sit over here.
I
should.
think I don't know if there's any. You'll have to look see.
You should sit with me.
Ta-da!
That looks good.
I'm being greedy.
Philly cheesesteak. All right. I don't know. I'll have to look.
I'm being greedy. I'm hungry.
It's a garlic butter sauce, cheese, and
I love you.
Yeah,
Not just
cheese.
because you give me food, but I really love you because you gave me food.
like food god.
All right.
You're the food
I
guy.
am.
Now this is a vice of mine.
Pizza.
Yeah, pizza. If anyone knows me, I eat a whole pizza.
I feel like I'm gonna ask this question, and I'm gonna start a promotion. What's Vice?
Vices? It's
No,
like
WrestleMania 47.
A vice is kind of like an addiction.
yeah,
Caffeine, nicotine, alcohol,
Okay.
yeah.
whatever type of thing.
It's also a show that we're gonna start again.
Just
At some point.
WrestleMania 30 setup all over again.
What you think?
Yeah, all right.
Just featuring
Well, listen. Next week's show is that one, so
We'll talk about it later.
we'll talk about it later. Philly cheesesteak pizza.
Amazing.
your stage setup.
Meat, cheese, peppers, onions.
Loriana met me in the driveway and told me about the pizza. I
Oh
was
my
like, I was like,
fucking
save
God.
me 2 pieces, fight them off if you have to.
Yeah, that's good.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we were talking about places when you were gone. About
Oh, I
you
was
know,
watching as I was working.
and it's like places that you don't ordinarily think about pizza from.
Wow.
And I was telling them about
Alex, you can have a slice.
Oh, hi, Ben.
You're turning down pizza?
Well, I don't know what's on the pizza though.
I'm taking Ben's place.
No pizza for you, it's all
He's
mine.
me hurt.
If you want
Oh.
some, you have to wrestle me for it.
It's Philly cheesesteak pizza.
I don't like goat cheese.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Yay!
It's so cheesy.
We should.
I try not to eat on air, but tonight I don't give a rat's ass.
We should get Ben one of those shirts that says my tummy hurts and I'm trying to be brave about it. We should. I'm just saying.
Well, I'm just wondering, he said he had brats. I heard that little bit of the conversation.
Yeah.
Now, did he ingest these brats, or did he take them like a suppository?
They
That's
were
what I was asking.
Old in his fridge.
Oh, no wonder he's sick.
If you're going to keep them that long, Ben, you're supposed to put them in the freezer. Then you thaw them when you want to eat them.
Got food poisoning.
Dang it, Ben.
Is this stuffed crust?
Kind of. I made it
my
like a
God.
stuffed crust pizza.
I love you. Again, not just because you give me food, but a lot because you're giving me food right now. Especially because you're giving me food right now.
Anyway, welcome back to our show. This is our show. It's supposed to be about vices.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I
We
saw you at
talked
work.
about food a lot.
Food's a vice.
Yeah, it is.
Food's a vice.
It's also a necessity.
Well, and the whole thing was, I was saying the Beacon Journal had a thing.
Nah.
Well, we call it Canton paper instead of the repository. It's the suppository. About the only thing it's good for. But like a couple months ago, the Beacon started this thing with the basketball tournament starting about the best pizza in Akron, and all these people were bitching about these places in the Stowe, the Falls, Green. Why aren't they included? And I'm like, you dumbasses, are you illiterate? Akron. What part of Akron don't you understand? Well, it's Akron area. No, they didn't say Akron area. They said Akron.
Dyslexia. They read it Karakan.
So they had all these places, and I'm sitting there thinking, because I got a buddy of mine, he's Italian, and he's like, I think Luigi sucks, and I'm like,
Alex, there's chicken upstairs.
So there's chicken.
yeah, pizza,
Chicken.
What kind of chicken?
Rotisserie.
got-
the kind that had feathers on it originally, and
That, well, obviously. That chicken from where?
That one place.
that one
Hey, I'm
place.
stealing your chicken.
Is your hair purple?
It is purple.
I hope I'm talking.
See, with your skin tone, it works.
It does. What do we think of the pizza?
Don't you touch my pizza.
Excuse me.
I saw her first. It's my pizza.
Good pizza, and it's
I'm
not even
back
from.
up, Dad.
It's not even from a pizza shop.
And
It's like, do you remember that White Delight pizza that Ben got?
I got you the pizza.
I've had that before.
Oh, I ate that last time I was up there, and
That's good pizza.
oh yeah.
Do we like the pizza?
Yeah, White Delight's pretty good.
I picked that off the pizza myself.
And I ate it.
Anyway, here's another vice. Red wine.
Caffeine.
I like red wine every
Caffeine.
Beer.
Caffeine.
Yeah. Cigars. I was,
Don't have any of those
and I
right
was telling Earl before
I had to
you-
start with the beer because I wasn't going to open your wine without you.
now. Oh.
Coffee and mustard. Like,
Well, I opened up the first one. This is
oh, Bath and Body Works.
California Riviera.
I'm stealing one more piece.
Well, you brought it. You're allowed to steal it.
I have no addiction.
This wine I got
Whoa,
at
I got it.
my wine club. It's made in Santa Barbara County,
So,
California.
California, of course.
Welcome to the California Riviera, where see, I don't have my glasses now.
I can read it.
Yeah, go ahead. My glasses, I can't see shit with my glasses.
Welcome to the California Riviera, where waves cast and kiss the sand, where gleaming beachgoers spend their days sun worshipping, where surfers zip across the shoreline like a sacred highway, paradise. This bright, juicy red is our love letter to scenic Santa Barbara County, a world-class wine region whose
Pretty good.
idyllic climate offers one of the most generous growing seasons on Earth. Yeah, I mean, California is pretty much wine country in the U.S.
I like it. For me, it's a good wine to have with, it's a good starter glass. Mm-hmm. I'm more of a guy now. See, I'm going to crack open this Cabernet as well because I like a dry wine.
Yeah.
I like drier the better. The more tannins in them, the better. That's how I feel about wine. You know, this is good though. It's not sweet, but it's lighter. You know, it's not a real heavy red.
Give me a very light pour, since I've already started on beer.
Give me a nice Chianti.
Just so I can get a taste.
Give me a nice Chianti with liver and a side of fava beans.
That's all you.
I kind of knew you were going to go there the second you said Chianti.
Yeah, why not? Now, do you like liver and onions?
No.
You?
Eh.
If I see it on a menu and it's inexpensive enough because I don't cook it for myself, I'll occasionally get it.
I've had it made by family members, and I can eat it, but it's probably never going to be... It could be free on the menu, and I'm like,
When I was growing up, my dad ate it all the time. My mom made it for my dad. Both my parents ate it, and I could never... I couldn't stand the smell. You know,
the smell
is god-awful. And I just no, I can't do it. I took one bite one time, and it's like no, no.
So I always liked a lot of the weird stuff growing up. I liked asparagus. I liked Brussels sprouts.
See, I like Brussels sprouts.
Yeah,
I love Brussels sprouts. I can eat those. I like asparagus too.
I like them if they taste like anything but Brussels sprouts.
Yeah. I like them with
bacon, cheese.
when you grill them.
Yeah, a lot of butter.
Yeah, a lot of butter.
Now,
gotta have a lot of butter.
Here's a good thing to use them for. If you use them raw, cut the ends off, make coleslaw with them. Mm-hmm. They make a killer coleslaw.
Well, yeah, I like Brussels sprouts. I can eat them anytime.
What about beets?
Not really.
I can eat them raw. I just can't eat them cooked.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of beets. I'm gonna eat them too.
I like beets. Or, I mean, at least I did when I was younger.
Yeah.
Now, I like deviled eggs, or not deviled eggs, but not deviled eggs. What the fuck am I thinking
Pickled
about?
eggs?
Pickled eggs. I love pickled eggs. But I never really enjoyed beets. I like the taste of, I love pickled eggs with beet juice.
Yeah.
I can totally eat those.
I can eat those.
All the time.
See, I never grew up eating like turnips or rutabaga or nothing like that.
I didn't either. No.
Didn't eat that. I mean, we had a lot of broccoli, a lot of cauliflower, though I'd rather have it raw than cooked.
Truth be told, there's not a lot food-wise that I'm picky about.
Mm-hmm.
I just have things that I can eat them, but I'm not going to choose them if given a choice.
All right, I gotta go dryer. It's good, but I gotta go dryer.
Now, like for goose liver, Braunschweiger, you like Braunschweiger?
What's that?
The rolled stuff, it's goose liver, but the Germans call it Braunschweiger.
No, not goose liver.
I'll buy it if I see it at the store, because if you put it on either with a little mustard or a little mayonnaise.
What do you think? You like it?
What is that?
Stop.
I got that. Yeah, that was the wine of the month there.
It's just a blend.
It's a blend, yeah.
That's funky.
Yeah, it's
that funky. I'm sticking with funky.
Yeah. It's not bad, but it's not like my favorite. I'd rather have this. I know what I'm getting with this.
That's tangy. I don't.
Yeah,
that's throwing me off.
It's different.
Now, Mike, before you got here, when we were talking about drinking wine and smoking cigars, it's like we've come a long way from the Boone's Farm and Swisher Sweets that we had.
Right?
I remember the day when we left Kent, we get out and Earl's like, here's the cigar for everybody. I'm like, man, I ain't had a Swisher in forever. Because I used to smoke those.
I didn't buy you guys Swishers.
Yeah, that's what we had.
I don't remember that. Well, I didn't buy them, so.
Yeah, I remember it. I like them for how cheap they are, but you got.
Is that just
but
a
I
fruit platter?
buy the Perfectos or the Kings, the thicker ones like we had.
This is.
I'll never smoke a cigar that's got a plastic tip on it, though.
No, that's not up my alley either. There, pour what you want, Mike.
All right.
This will probably be more up your alley too.
Yeah.
drier wine.
Cabernet Sauvignon. I like a dry wine. I mean, that's my preference.
Yeah, if I brought wine, I'd end up bringing something like Strawberry Hill.
Oh my God, Strawberry Hill, Jesus.
I was talking to somebody, and it's
Thought it was
we
Ben
were
when you
talking
mentioned
before.
Boone's Farm.
Yeah. Hey, it's wine. Or how about some Wild Irish Rose?
Whew. That already smells better.
Yeah.
Okay, the first one is not bad. That's just
Well, of course, Father John.
It's an
Good bourbon
acquired
and live
taste.
music.
Oh,
I've
absolutely.
got a guilty pleasure. What good bourbon and duh. Of course, good bourbon and live music, John.
Yeah.
No, Ben, I sincerely remember them being Swisher
Miss you,
Sweets.
John.
I actually didn't smoke my cigar.
Oh, I did.
I didn't smoke my cigar. That's in my era when I wasn't smoking cigars.
Yeah.
Okay, that is better.
Yeah, this is a lot
that
better.
is a lot better.
This is a good old classic Cabernet, you know.
It's a little. Hang on.
Yeah, see, the last time I went to Niagara Falls, it was 2018, and I actually had a Cuban cigar, not the non-Cuban Cubans we get here.
Right.
Yeah.
So for a cab, it's still a little light for me,
It's a light cab.
but
yeah.
it's good.
I've drank their Cab Zin, which is a lot. I actually think.
I
they're
think-
It's like, is
Yeah.
Cabernet and a Zinfandel?
on
It's
air
Cabernet
once.
Zin, yeah. We drink that here. Yeah. Yeah, I have a few up there. You know, I got quite a number of bottles of wine now. You know, I got a nice collection going.
See, I'm trying to plan a...
What song is that?
I feel like I just stepped back into.
I feel like I'm at Oktoberfest.
Yeah, that's how I feel right now.
What do we do with the drunken sailor lions?
I feel like I should be wearing a
Good
kilt
pick.
or something.
Captain's daughter.
Oh, the Irish Rovers.
Right.
Uh,
Sorry, man.
St. Patrick's Day was a couple weeks ago.
That's not St. Patrick.
Yeah, that is. It's Irish.
Well,
No.
Drunken Sailor's more of a sea shanty than an Irish song.
But they'd always play that on St. Patty's Day every time.
Well, yeah.
Or you go to the Irish Festival and it's like, yeah, the Irish Rovers.
You know what's really cool?
Huh.
German music.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Polka!
oh Jesus, polka.
Like German.
Oh, Weird Al's worst hits. Yeah.
You're not wrong, John. I can see Ben doing the polka.
I wouldn't want to see Ben in Lederhosen.
Ben would do it with his shirt off
seen him shirtless.
for hours,
Yeah.
and somehow that show got 12,000 views.
Loriana just said it, but I'm going to stuff this one down right now. We're never putting Ben in a kilt.
Yeah,
No.
we've already
no.
put him in a negligee.
As a Scotsman, I'm Italian and Scottish. No. Ben does not get a kilt.
Put him in a dress.
He doesn't rate a
Put him
kilt.
in a dress.
He's already done that.
Put him in a prom dress.
Let me and Loriana
Put
take Ben
put
out.
Ben in a prom dress.
Yeah.
Ben,
put Ben
are you
I
listening?
can see that.
with
Ben,
high
are
heels.
Ben, are you listening? Me and Loriana are taking you dress shopping.
Yeah.
You don't get a choice. This is my torture now.
No, see,
Commercials.
Yeah.
Commercial breaks. They have to film that, and that's the commercial breaks.
Yeah.
I would, yep.
He got to put glue on you. I get to put you in a dress.
no, and see, here's the thing I don't understand.
Please don't actually put him in the dress. Let him put himself in the dress.
I mean, he's
okay?
wore a bra and panties before in here,
He can do it again.
and he took a walk in high heels on the concourse or the park back there at night.
Oh, it's beautiful.
We shined lights on him and everything. It was great. We shined spotlights on him.
My only prescription is more cowbell.
Florida's going to the championship.
Oh.
Florida beat the Gators beat the Auburn Tigers 79-73. Monday night, they'll play the winner at tonight's game and going to and they'll play whoever between Duke and Houston. So
All right, so
Now here,
Yeah, we don't want to see we don't want to see what's under the kilt.
here's the thing I don't understand. Why at Irish
Definitely
festivals,
not,
why are
John.
they wearing kilts if it's a Scottish thing?
Kilts aren't. It's an Irish thing too.
Oh, see, I always thought, because I always know the Scots always claimed on the kilts.
They're more
Irish
popular
wear
for it,
kilts
but
too.
Irish do
Okay.
wear Irish Scottish. type
Irish
deal.
wear kilts.
Okay,
I was looking at a college at one time.
There's a minor difference, but
okay.
I was looking at a
Because I know the Irish and the Scots generally don't get along over in Europe. Of course, now here's the thing. Would you rather drink Irish whiskey or Scotch? I'd probably have to vote Scotch.
you can't ask me that. I like them both.
Yeah. Would I rather...
I like a peaty Scotch.
It depends
Yeah.
on the Scotch. It depends on the Irish whiskey, to be honest.
Okay. Because, see, I don't like Jameson. I've never have, but I do like Bushmills. I guess Jameson's, too commercially produced or too commercially available, which...
I told you guys about wearing brand new blue kilts at a wedding.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, well, that would be Ben. Ben would do that. That's Ben.
Scotch, monkey
I wanna get
shoulder,
the
or
tactical-
Chivas.
The tactical kilt.
Yeah.
I want to get that thing.
Do they make like a is that like a camouflage one, or
They make it like olive drab, black,
Okay.
camouflage. Like
does it got like pockets in it for
Oh,
everything?
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
I would rock that on the show. I would do it all day.
Yeah, my ex tried getting in me and Lederhosen to go to an Oktoberfest with her, and I said absolutely not.
I sampled a Scotch the other night. It was actually. Have you ever had Ardbeg 10?
I have not.
Oh my god, it's an expensive one. I got a taste of it. It's like $65 a bottle.
Well,
But
I
here-
told him.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into details, but I have access to essentially a shot's worth.
Jack Sinatra Select.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm
Oh wow.
dying.
Because I told him, I said, if my show friends really love me, maybe for my birthday this year, they could pitch in and buy me a bottle of Sinatra Select.
If I buy that for you, I'm keeping it for myself. I love you, but dude, no.
Or at least give me a quarter of the bottle.
I'd share it with you.
Yeah. That would be one thing I would absolutely drink on the show.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, I've never had it.
Yeah, I've never.
I've had, obviously I've drank enough Jack Daniels to
Yeah.
keep Lynchburg in business. I like single barrel. I'm more of a gentleman Jack nowadays. It's a little smoother of a Jack Daniels than traditional number 7.
John.
You and me and Lederhosen will not be a good thing. I have to agree with you.
That's a visual I don't want to envision.
We miss you, John.
And I'm 70 pounds lighter than I was last time you
Well,
saw
I
me
miss you,
too.
buddy.
That's what 7 weeks
Glad
in the
I'm on the
hospital
chat
will do.
every now and then.
Yeah.
May I interrupt for a minute?
Oh, we got to turn your mic on. Hey.
Oh, it's not on?
Well, no, because you two were yakking like crazy, and I'm like, it was overpowering the show.
Oh, my bad. Anyways,
Now you're
I'll
on.
eat the last piece.
we asked
It's good. That's really good pizza.
It's good pizza.
we asked Ben what kind of dress he wants. He said he wants highlighter green.
You want predator blood? Oh wait, that's highlighter yellow. My bad. Sorry.
I got you, Ben. I will find you a highlighter dress.
Oh my god.
No, Shrek
You
Green
will wear
like my
it. He said
car.
he's not gonna wear it. He will wear it. I'll make you. Shrek Green. Oh my god.
No, but there's the thing. If he's gonna wear a dress, he's got to shave his fucking legs for it.
No, that makes it funnier.
Huh?
You're gonna put him in a mini dress?
Oh, that'd be a good look for him. Put him in a little mini skirt. And like some hooker boots.
Make him look like one of the
Fish
No,
nets.
not fishnets.
make him look like one of the fembots from Austin Powers.
John asked you, Mike, favorite scotch.
Okay, to be fair, I haven't tried a ton of scotch.
Yeah.
I'm poor,
Yeah.
so I like monkey shoulder. You and I both know
Yeah.
that.
Monkey shoulder's good.
I do like that.
I've got a bottle of Shackleton's that I love.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably a little harsh for some people, but it's smoky. I love it.
I like a smoky, peaty scotch.
Yes.
That's, if I'm gonna drink scotch, I got to be in a mood for it.
Yeah.
Because it's like bourbon's my go-to.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, but if I like, okay, I'm kind of in the mood for a Scotch. It's got to be something smoky and peaty. You know,
But so that the Shackletons I bought, and I'm not going to go into the freaking history, the details on it, but I love the whole story behind it. Number one, which is why I bought it in the first place.
right?
So I think there's a little bit of that built into why I like it.
Yeah.
But it's smoky, it's peaty. I love it. Shackleton's is probably one of my favorites. And in the Scotch world, that's probably not saying much. But
Right.
I like it.
Yeah, like I said, I had some Ardbeg 10-year, which is
I'm jealous of that. Like,
very, very tasty.
there's a lot of Scotch I want to try, but I just don't have the wallet for it.
Yeah, well, I tried it because I was at the shop, you know, and guys share. Everybody shares their booze there,
Right.
You know? So we all, it's like communal, you know. Hey, can I try this? Can I try that? Sure. You know, and we all do that.
And see, out of my favorite alcohol is Scotch, like you guys were with bourbon, but I don't like single malt.
Right.
I've had a couple of single malts, and I don't care for them. I'm more of a blend guy.
Okay.
And like a lot of people,
That's every and taste is subjective.
Yeah.
Macallan's 12. Yeah.
I have had that, and I like that.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Damn it, John. Why, man?
And see, like every Scotch drinker I know, likes Johnny Walker. But problem is, I don't have the taste for
the
it.
25-year, but the 12-year is pretty good too.
Yeah.
Yeah. The same way I'm a Chivas Regal guy.
Yeah.
I'd more rather have Chivas than Johnny Walker. I've tried the 25-year Chivas. It wasn't bad, but the 12's an easier drink for me.
Yeah, like I said, I'm more of a bourbon guy. I've really gotten into the bourbons. Like my go-to is Old Forester.
Okay.
I love Old Forester.
Which one?
Just the 86.
Okay.
Proof, just the 86 proof. That's my go-to.
The two that I haven't tried, I want them.
Yeah.
And they're not ridiculously expensive. They haven't been in my budget
I want the
yet.
Statesman.
I want the 1910 and the 1920.
I had 1910 here. We had 1910 here.
I didn't get to try it.
You
I
didn't
wasn't
try it?
here for that.
I drank it all. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But the 1910 is fantastic. I think the 1910 is better than the 1920.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah. 19 Ben. No.
The 86 is good.
Yeah.
I like the 100 proof.
The
as
100
well.
proof's good.
I love the Old Forester line. Period.
Yeah, I mean they do. I want to get a bottle of that Statesman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I want. I want to get a bottle of the Statesman. That's like $65 a bottle.
I mean, the one that just kicks my ass every time in a good way. Woodford Double Oak.
Oh, I love that shit.
That
is like my favorite.
they actually fucked themselves because Woodford is good, but then they came out with the Double
Jefferson's
Oak.
Ocean. That I've heard about that.
Okay, so Jefferson's Ocean. I've had multiple people tell me they love it, and that's great. I've never tried it.
Yeah.
Everything I've read said it truly depends on the bottle you get.
Right.
Like,
And I've heard that too.
and and at the price point, like
Yeah.
it makes me a little leery to buy it.
Yeah, it kind of makes me. It's too much of rolling the dice on that.
I'll pull the trigger at some point, but
And John, I gotta agree with you. I had Johnny Walker Blue, but God, it was 25 years ago, and it wasn't on my dime, so I drank a lot of it.
I'd rather drink
well,
the
yeah,
green.
with Johnny Walker, it depends on what
I'd rather drink the
color.
green.
Yeah.
you
I'd
get.
rather drink the green label.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cheaper than the blue
And it's better. I think it's better.
because it goes red, black, gold, green, blue.
Yeah, I'd rather drink the green.
But if we're circling back to Scotch,
Yeah.
Johnny Walker's not even on my list.
No.
Like, don't get me wrong. There's a bottle or two that I'll have on my shelf, but like, yeah,
I'd rather drink
I'm
Monkey
looking at
Shoulder.
more expensive shit. That
Yeah. Well, here's the thing I can tell you. Like, and I've talked to a lot of Scotch guys, and a lot of the Scotch guys are starting to turn into bourbon guys. 'Cause they're like, and the reason is like, oh my God, you want a good Scotch? You're going to pay some buku bucks for it.
But a good bourbon, you
A
can
good
get less
bourbon,
expensive.
you can buy good bourbons for cheap.
Well, fuck, one of the best bourbons. Okay, let me rephrase that. Hang on.
I mean, Buffalo Trace is
Buffalo Trace is very affordable.
One of the very enjoyable bourbons, especially for the price point.
Yeah.
If you go on YouTube right now, it's on everybody's top 10. Fucking Wild Turkey 101.
Yeah.
It is a really good bourbon, and then you look at it and go, $20? Really? Sometimes 18?
Right.
All day long.
Yeah, I like. You remember that? Remember when you brought when we did the one Vice show? Remember Old Tub?
Yeah,
that was good
was
stuff.
good.
That's a fairly inexpensive bourbon.
It's more or less a bottom shelf,
but it's pretty good. You know, you can find good bourbons for a good price point. I mean, that's one thing with bourbons. Bourbons are a lot more. You don't have to pay the big money to get a good bourbon, unlike Scotch.
1863. That
I finally got to try Angel's Envy.
Ask Pat McAfee.
Okay, wait a minute.
I like the 1792 as well. I like that 1792 small
I've got
batch.
the 1863. Surprisingly good. Yeah. Mixed Wild Turkey 101 and Bacardi 151 for a shot.
Ooh.
Here's the thing.
What's that called? Kick me in the nuts?
I come to find myself
flammable,
right? Like
I don't do shots anymore. I'm more of a bourbon sipper. I mean,
absolutely.
I've turned into I don't drink. I very rarely drink beer. I mean, that's not that I don't drink beer, but I very rarely drink.
I was
beer.
introduced to a shot recently that blows my fucking mind, and I don't know what the fuck you actually call the shot, mini beer, whatever. It's Liquor 43.
Yep. Yeah. Little beers.
And heavy cream.
Yeah. Little beers.
Holy shit.
Yeah, little beers.
Yeah.
Little beers.
I've seen
Yeah.
those.
I've seen those too. It is. Let's take our 9 o'clock break and get back on track here, and then we'll be back in just a couple of minutes here on.
John, don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere, John. We'll be back.
Yeah,
shortly.
he calls to the 252.
Back here in just a few minutes. Some kind of radio show. We got a quick break. Stay tuned in, Michelle.
Let's face it, fellas. We've all been there, sitting around with our buddies trying to laugh it off, but deep down, we know it's a serious issue. Erectile dysfunction is about as much fun as a sandpaper condom. It's frustrating, embarrassing, and can make you feel like less of a man. It's the awkward silence at the dinner party of your love life. You know, those moments when you just can't seem to get things going, and everyone can feel the tension. The elephant in the room, or rather, the lack of elephant in the pants. It's that nagging worry that keeps you up at night, staring at the ceiling, wondering if things will ever get better. We've all seen the commercials. They make it look so easy, like popping a pill will solve all your problems. Silver-haired couples strolling hand in hand on the beach, whispering sweet nothings about bathtubs and healthy relationships. Give me a break, it's not that simple. We know what's really going on. Those ads are just selling a dream, not the reality. The truth is, nobody wants to talk about it, but everybody's thinking about it. It's a topic that's often avoided, but it's on everyone's mind. And the solution, my friends, might be simpler than Big Pharma wants you to believe. It's not always about the latest medication or the most expensive treatment. Forget the pills, the potions, the pumps. Sometimes the answer lies in a more natural approach, something that doesn't come with a laundry list of side effects. The answer, my friends, is staring you right in the face. Literally. It's about confidence, lifestyle changes, and sometimes just a little bit of patience. You have the power to make a change. Let's call it the Halle Berry hypothesis. You're telling me that if Halle Berry herself sashayed into the room, all thoughts of your little friend's performance anxiety would magically vanish? Don't lie. The point is, fellas, sometimes the cure for what ails you isn't a chemical compound. It's chemistry, plain and simple. That undeniable, heart-stopping, pants-tightening attraction that... Well, let me tell you about my old pal, Hilljack Bob. He's about as country as a dirt road sing-along. Lives way up in the holler with his wife, Frida, a woman who could wrestle a bear and bake a pecan pie before you could say yeehaw. Now, Frida's something else. Got a heart bigger than a watermelon and a laugh that could shake the acorns out of a tree. She's tougher than a $2 steak, but sweet as the honeysuckle that grows wild on their porch. Together, they're a match made in, well, somewhere backwoods and wonderful. You see, life with Hilljack Bob ain't your average cup of store-bought sweet tea. It's more like moonshine, a little rough around the edges, but it'll knock your socks off. Their place is what you'd call rustic. The porch swings a little low on one side, and the roof might have a dent or two from where Bob fell off trying to fix it. But it's home. The yard's decorated with more hubcaps and rusted-out truck parts than your average junkyard. Frida says it's folk art. I say it's a good place to lose a shoe. They got chickens running around, a goat named Earl that thinks he's a watchdog, and a whole mess of kids that come running out to greet you like your family. It ain't much, but it's full of life. And that's Hilljack Bob for you. He don't need much to be happy. Just Frida, his kin, and a whole lot of adventure. Now Bob, he's got this itch, a traveling itch. Can't stay put for too long, says he's got to see what's on the other side of that there mountain. One day he's hitchhiking to the next town to sell some of Frida's prize-winning jams. The next he's hopped on a train, says he's heading west to see the Grand Canyon before it caves in. He's got a knack for meeting people, truck drivers, waitresses, you name it. Bob can strike up a conversation with a fence post and come away with a new friend. He's got stories. Oh Lord, does he have stories. Now Bob, he does things his own way, like the time he decided his underwear needed washing. Did he use a washing machine like a normal person? Nope. He used the ball washer on the golf course. Said it added a certain something to the fabric softener cycle. I wouldn't know. I stick to the laundromat, then there's his love for mayonnaise. Puts it on everything, fried chicken, grits, you name it. Says it adds a tangy zest. Me, I'll stick to ketchup. But that's just Bob. He's a one-of-a-kind, a true original, and that's what makes him so darn entertaining. Adventures in odd jobs, from alligator wrestler to hairpiece model. Bob's tried his hand at every odd job you can imagine. He's been an alligator wrestler in Florida, don't ask. A rodeo clown. He's got the bruises to prove it. And even a hairpiece model. Those were some dark days. He's got a work ethic that's tougher than a pine knot, though. Always willing to put in the sweat equity, even if the job involves wearing a sequined jumpsuit and riding a unicycle. Each job, no matter how crazy, adds another chapter to his story. And believe me, that's a book you'd want to read. The time Bob accidentally joined the circus. Speaking of stories, there was the time Bob accidentally joined the circus. Seems he wandered into the wrong tent looking for a funnel cake and ended up holding the ladder for the trapeze artists. Next thing you know, he's shot out of a cannon. Don't ask. And wearing a sequined leotard that would make Elvis blush. He said it was the longest 2 weeks of his life. But he learned to juggle chainsaws, so there's that. Frida's cooking a culinary adventure. Now, no story about Hilljack Bob would be complete without mentioning Frida's cooking. That woman can whip up a feast that'd make your tongue slap your face. Her fried chicken is legendary. Crispy on the outside, juicy on the inside, and her biscuits? Fluffier than a cloud and just as heavenly. She says the secret ingredient is love. I think it's lard. Don't tell her I said that. But whatever it is, eating at Frida's table is an experience. It's about family, laughter, and seconds. Lots and lots of seconds. Love and laughter in the backwoods. You see, Hilljack Bob and Frida, they got something special. A love that's weathered every storm. A bond that's stronger than a bear trap. They laugh together, they cry together, and they support each other through thick and thin. They're a team, those two. And they prove that even in the backwoods, love can bloom brighter than a field of wildflowers. They may not have much, but they got each other, and that's all that matters. Hilljack Wisdom Life Lessons from the Wild Side. Now, I've learned a thing or two from Hilljack Bob over the years. He may be rough around the edges, but he's got a heart of gold. He taught me that life's too short to take things too seriously. That laughter is the best medicine, even if it does make your sides hurt. And that sometimes the best adventures are the ones you never saw coming. So the next time you're feeling down, think about Hilljack Bob. Picture him riding that mechanical bull, wearing nothing but a grin and a prayer. And remember, life's a wild ride. Hold on tight and enjoy the journey. You never know what kind of crazy characters you might meet along the way. And you might just learn a thing or two about living life to the fullest.
You're tuned in to Some Kind of Radio Show. Now, here is Earl McCune and the Regulars.
Well, Well, then there's also moonshine. You know,
Yeah.
Bill Jack
so-
Bob got his moonshine.
I'm going to start this segment off by doing this. If you have anything idiotic to say, get it out right now. Because this show was supposed to be about
Vices.
and we've barely touched on it.
Yeah.
So I know you have something, Kaylee. Fire away.
Okay, this is the plan. I don't know if he's still watching, but Ben, if you're watching, listen. Okay, you don't get a choice on this. This is not one of those things. I have free will. I'm an adult. No, you don't. Okay, I'm taking that away. So one day, me and Loriana are gonna take you to like a thrift store or somewhere where we can find some dresses. We're gonna take you dress shopping. We're gonna record it.
Oh, you have to get a video of it.
Car
'cause we
cam
don't
and
have it.
everything.
And then you're gonna wear it during one of the shows. Not the whole show.
Oh, if
But
you don't wear it, you
gonna-
gotta wear it the whole show.
Yeah,
You're
the whole show.
Okay, then you know what? Then that's their choice. Okay, you're gonna wear the dress. I don't care. You don't have free will.
All right. Loriana? Anything to add?
No.
No,
Earl?
I got nothing stupid.
Tony?
Nope.
All right, Vices.
I feel like we should probably leave for this because we're not involved.
Hang on. Earl's on his phone.
You gotta take a sippy.
Anyways, we do like a little pretty little spring dress, maybe some flowers.
I say just get him a sundress and maybe a cowboy hat
That'd
some
be
boots.
awesome.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
and make him sing Any Man of Mine by Shania Twain.
Oh my god.
Make him sing Girls Country. Back to Vice. We're gonna finish talking about the dress, okay? You're wearing this dress. If he's allowed to torture you, I'm gonna torture you.
All right.
You're wearing the dress.
Vices.
Vices. Let's go back to our topic of the night.
So, if you don't know, Vices was a show, is a show.
We've taken a very long break with
Very
it.
long break. It was about alcohol, cigars, could have been about coffee, could have been about pizza, could have been about anything. Just the things that people get attached to
Yeah.
and get hooked on. And I gotta say, sitting here, especially with John in the chat right now, like, that's what I wanted Vices to be like. Like, I love the fact that we can sit there and talk about the nuances of a bourbon or a cigar or whatever.
Right.
But getting some feedback, getting some different ideas,
Yes.
making it a conversation is what Vices should be about.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
Yep.
That's what this show was supposed to be. It was supposed to be like a production meeting, behind the scenes production meeting on the air.
Right.
If that makes. That's what this. But we've had to get sidetracked. I had to miss an hour of the show.
Yeah, you had to leave.
Yeah.
You know,
You
Tony
guys-
and
you
I
guys
had
did what you could do.
We were like,
Let's just talk food.
let's just talk whatever,
Yeah.
and somehow we got on pizza.
But that's okay. We can spend we can spend a little time talking about the plans for the show to return.
Right.
As everyone
Yep.
knows, Mike's the host of that show.
Yes.
Yep.
I am just I help produce, but that's my role. And
I'll be there smoking a cigar, having some coffee.
Yeah, there you
Right,
go.
and that's fine.
Yeah.
And smoking a cigar and coffee is part of the show. You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
Like, we leaned heavily on bourbon and cigars, but
Yeah.
it was just because that's
That's
kind
the
of
show.
our vices.
yeah,
It could be wine. It could
Yep.
be coffee. It could be... We could do anything.
yeah. Watch Ben sniff glue. I mean,
Yeah.
Picking on Ben is its own vice.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I was telling Mike when you were gone, I told him, I'm like, it'd have been fun too. Glue Ben's hands to the wall.
Jesus.
but, I
hands to the
mean,
wall.
Vices was more or less guys getting together, talking about the things that they indulge in to get them through the week, to get them through life, to, bring a little bit of joy to the I worked my ass off
Yeah.
for seemingly nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
And look, we share knowledge whenever we have it, whenever
Yeah.
we can. We do a little bit of research. Sometimes we just already know.
Yep.
But
And
it was more of a just imagine a bunch of guys sitting in the bar just
Yeah.
enjoying whatever they're enjoying and talking about it.
it's like for the two of you, you guys like a multiple variety. You guys like a variety of bourbon.
Yeah.
Whereas me, I'm the same way with coffee.
Right.
I've never got any less than 4 or 5 varieties of coffee in my house. Just because, I have my day with the stuff I drink every day. But Saturday and Sunday, when I've got more time to actually sit down and enjoy it, then yeah, I'm going to brew something. I'm going to brew a pot of something different.
I'm similar with coffee. I mean, on Sundays especially, like I will fuck the Mr. Coffee Maker. I'm sitting down with my pour over and I'm like taking the time to like brew a good cup.
Brew a decent cup of coffee.
That's what I do. I have a French press
to brew 1 cup of coffee. Like, yeah, I'm all in.
Yeah, and coffee is a vice. It really is.
Absolutely.
I don't survive without it.
Yeah.
I mean, them first couple weeks I was in the hospital last year before I ordered a coffee maker, because they were like, even they told me, don't drink the shit the cafeteria makes. I mean, I tried it once. It was worse than the coffee I had when I was in the Army.
Well, John, you're talking about the time Ben and I got waxed. We watched last week's show. Ben glued himself to himself.
Yeah.
And we got...
More accurately, I glued Ben to Ben.
But here's the thing. 12,000 views on YouTube.
Right.
12,000.
People like watching dumb shit.
12. Like, the last 3 shows we've done have been in the thousands of views. Every show we've done forever, except for like a one-off, we did a big 38,000 one time, years ago. We're gonna anywhere between 50 and 300,
right,
on YouTube. All of a sudden, YouTube is going like, oh hey shit, 6,500, 4,400, 12,000.
Right.
We haven't where is this coming from? But I love it.
Yeah,
I love to see it, and it's not all right away. It's like it kind of usually
takes
comes
time.
Usually throughout the week, and all of a sudden something just blows up. Like we blew up last week.
Yeah.
Last weekend we blew up. That's when we blew up. It was like last Saturday. We blew up big time. And I'm like, okay, this is cool. And it blew up pretty big. And I'm very humbled by that because we've tried for a long time to get that kind of viewership.
Yeah.
And now we're starting to see it a little bit. So I'm very humbled.
Still a long ways to go until we get a play button.
We're close to that, pal. We only have like 836 subscribers. You gotta have
10,000 for the silver play button.
Yeah.
Of Super Dave Osborne.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's an idea. We could turn Ben into Super Dave Osborne.
Jesus Christ.
Super Ben.
Super Ben.
I have an idea what we could do with them. Have him get on the top of my van. I'll drive him around the house to the development, see how long he can hang on. Put a helmet on him.
Well, we do try to limit ourselves to not getting the cops called on us.
Yeah. or injuring someone severely.
It's Ben.
Yeah, it's Ben. Yeah.
I'll stop. He can roll off the front into the grass.
Jesus. But anyway, let's get back on topic.
But no, with Vices, it was a little bit, and it is a little bit more of a sophisticated show.
Yeah.
Without trying to be sophisticated, though.
Do you like what I did, though? I did a long day there.
I do.
It turned out nice.
That turned out really nice.
Season 2.
Hey.
A year late.
Season 2, 3 years in the making.
Ben, I would do that. Yeah, of course he would.
He would do that. But he's got to have a cigar in his mouth
but
while he's doing it.
He's got to have a good knee and, a good stomach, apparently, bitch boy.
Yeah.
But he's got to have a cigar in his mouth.
Yeah.
He's going to get one of your Dutch Masters that you had that one time.
Dutch Masters.
It's got to be a Dutch Master. It can't be a good one.
Oh, this month you should dress up Ben as the Easter Bunny.
Oh, God. But to the point of what Vices is like, the whole reason Dutch Masters came up is on one of the shows, you and I had a conversation about that's what our, in my case, it was my stepdad. You said it was your father, correct?
My father did.
They smoked Dutch Masters, so I grew up around that.
Yeah.
And you and I talked about we just want to try one.
And it's, you know, and
Dutch Masters is not a good cigar, but
or El Producto.
Well, for us, it was Dutch Masters. Like that's my stepdad bought them by the fucking box.
Yeah,
like
I had a El Producto box like in elementary school that I kept all my pencils in.
Yeah,
you could bring it then.
I grew up using cigar boxes as like storage containers. You know?
Right. Right.
Well, that's why when I bought the cigars at the cigar shop the one day, I walked in and I saw the, you know, he had the boxes in back, and I asked the one dude, what was it, what's his name, the one you deal with all the time?
Lou?
Yeah, Lou.
Yeah, great guy.
There was a box from Monte Cristo Cigars, and I asked him how much it was. He's like, oh, you can have that one. You're in here often enough.
Yeah.
And that's what I have my cigars at home I am in.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, it's a better display.
Yeah. Well, I got a couple cigar boxes right there. I got a Perdomo box, and I got an Alec Bradley box on the table back there.
Yeah, well, I bought the cheapies. You know the you know when you walk in and they're up on the shelf on the left.
Yeah.
And you could kind of tell what they are, but they're kind of like the Gabriel Brothers, the cigars, because they're not perfect.
Yeah. Well, I bought.
That's the best way I can describe it.
Well, me and the guys.
They're the
I
flawed.
don't know why. I just picture.
Well, yeah. Me and the guys at work. Now, this will crack you up, Mike. Remember Brent?
Yeah.
I just rehired Brent.
I actually caught that on Facebook. Yeah.
So, me, Brent, and John, a guy I work with, like three of us went in and bought.
FedEx John.
Yeah, FedEx John.
Holy shit.
Yeah, FedEx John. The three of us went. I went and bought. We went in and bought just a cheap bundle of factory smokes. For work, you know, and you know I got a good deal on them, you know, and we all pitched in like 25 a piece. We each got like 8 cigars out of that, you know, and for a cheaper, low end, like bottom budget
cigar,
it was actually pretty freaking good.
Oh,
you know?
I've said it 1,000 times on this show, on Vices. One of my favorite cheap cigars is Coram.
Yeah.
$3 smoke.
Yeah. And
look, I'm not saying it's the best.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I can take it to the lake fishing, and if I catch a fish and that stupid, you know, cigar falls out of my mouth into the lake, it's $3. I don't give a shit. But it's a good smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben likes those.
Ben likes the one. What are they called?
Black and Milds?
Alejandro?
I'll tell you what, the last Black and Mild I had wasn't black, nor was it mild. Yeah. You'd have thought it was 420.
When I grew up, it was Marsh Wheeling Stogies.
I've never even heard
I've
of
never
that.
heard of that one either.
But you know what? That's what Vices should be. Like if John, I know it's harder now, but like if John could show up to an episode and bring those, we should smoke those. And you know, talk about that's what John grew up on. Like that's what I want Vices to be like.
Yeah. I mean, that's like you and I, like Dutch Masters. Like you and I both talked about that. Like my dad had boxes upon boxes upon. I mean, he was religiously smoked the Dutch Masters.
Dude,
cigars.
I had a stack of Dutch Masters boxes that I kept every little trinket in as a kid. Like
right. Oh yeah, I had like Hot Wheels in them.
Right.
That's what my dad says. My dad goes, "You need another box?" Yep. Throw some more Hot Wheels in it.
Yep.
You know, that's what I did. I threw my Hot Wheels in them, and they always had that Dutch Masters cigar smell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And like John said, like the ones he talked about were made in
anymore.
Wheeling, West Virginia. They don't make them anymore.
Ben likes the nub nuance, and it's a sweet tip cigar.
It is,
and I hate that. I hate the feel of a sweet tip.
Right.
I can't stand
But
that.
at the same time,
now I like the nub Cameroon, and I like the nub Maduro. Fantastic cigars.
the only thing I hate about the nubs is like you smoke them in 30 seconds.
Oh, they're good. They're good if you only have a half an hour. If you want one, and you only have a half an hour.
What are they, about you long?
They're about that long.
Yeah,
that's it.
And they're like $7-8.
Yeah.
And they're good if you have a half hour.
Yep.
I mean, that's exactly
what
what
were
it
the
is.
ones that were like a foot long?
Well, there's a lot of them that are a foot long. Like there's one I buy that's Oh my God, it's probably about that long, and it's like $10. It's called a JFR Lunatic,
Yeah.
Okay.
and it's pretty good. You
'Cause
know?
I remember my history teacher.
And it'll
in high
last 2 hours, and it's a 2 hour deal. Easy, 2.5, sometimes 2.5, depending on how much time you're taking on it.
Yeah, because I remember my history teacher in high school, Mr. Merrick. He was our wrestling coach my freshman year. He had a corner classroom, and in the little back room off of his classroom he'd ice in between class going back and puff on the cigar.
Okay.
You could smell it when you walked in. They didn't.
Right.
they didn't
Oh,
say
there's no
nothing.
mistaking it, you know.
Yeah, and then because it was like, my sophomore and junior year of high school, our accounting teacher, Mr. Huber, would go into the janitor's office when he didn't have a class and he'd grade his papers, and that's where he smoked.
Right.
And I could go in there in the study hall if I had one and sneak in a cigarette with them, because we'd go out during lunch because we had a church right behind us, and if you walked out the back door, you walk down maybe about 100 feet, and the line between the church behind our school, and our school was
Slovak's Dream, a Marsh Wheeling cigar, and a good potato vodka.
I've never cared for potato vodka. I don't know. It's the same way I don't like really corn vodka either.
But again, like, that's kind of what Vices should be like.
Yeah.
Like, if John was able to show up for a show,
Yeah.
I understand, like, those cigars they don't make anymore. I get
Yeah.
it.
But
But
stories.
he should be able to bring something and say, hey,
it's the stories.
Yeah.
here's the story behind it. Even if it's his personal story,
Yeah.
that's what we wanted the show to be about.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
And that's what it's going to be about again once we get started.
Exactly.
Yep.
And
we're looking to bring that back this summer.
right.
I mean,
Like, I don't care if Tony takes. I might be the host of that show, but if Tony takes the lead on a coffee episode, go for it.
now, like with Vices, it's a short season show. It's not like Scores that runs year
Right.
round. It's Vices is a short season show because
We have to be outdoors to smoke.
the weather has to cooperate
Yes.
for us. So we have to be able to like get good weather, and I mean, we got to have a good outdoor area we can go and enjoy the weather. So
Oh yeah.
But we just have to get better at like making sure that we come back every season,
yeah,
Yeah.
we were going to last year, and
not
like,
skip 2 years.
Yeah.
but we are bringing it back. It's still alive and well. So it's just plus we wanted to revamp a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
that's something we talked about. We wanted to revamp it and kind of come up with more of we want to tell the stories of like our personal experiences
Right.
with a certain thing. Like you and I talk, like you did that vignette basically, the Dutch Masters vignette.
Yeah.
And that did pretty well. I mean, that was a nice little story, and it was maybe about 8-10 minutes long, and
If even that.
if that.
It wasn't very long at all.
Yeah, and you just enjoyed it, and you sat there and sat outside and enjoyed it. And my wife
And
shared.
didn't I do that like right around Father's Day too?
Yeah, it was
Like,
Father's Day
yeah.
thing. You were telling stories, yeah, and that's kind of what. It'll be more of a long form because Vices is not a 3-hour show like Scores. It's like an hour.
It was
Yeah.
an hour show at best.
Yeah, it's
I
usually
think
an hour.
Our longest one went an hour and a half.
Yeah,
Like,
I didn't think it went that long. I think like an hour and 10. There, by the time we edited it down, because
That's
we
true,
don't do
that's
that
true.
show live. We do it tape.
yeah, we recorded.
Yeah.
it
Recorded
and
and
edited
release.
It's a tape. Remember that one night we did Scores, then we did Vices.
Yeah.
back to back
Dude.
shows. We were all
it. We were
hammered.
fucking. Oh,
because we drink heavy during Scores.
and then we were like, "Let's do a whiskey show. This is gonna be great."
We drink
Yeah.
whiskey and had a cigar, and we were fucked. It was bad. It was fun.
But it was fun.
We had a good time.
Yeah.
But really, I mean, we've always made it about alcohol and cigars in some way, but it could be anything.
Yeah.
It really can.
Yeah.
Several people have different vices.
I mean, maybe we avoid topics like if your vice is banging midgets, we're not going to talk about that. But
Yeah. That'd be.
Look at her face.
Sorry.
Loriana's just like, what the fuck?
Her face is there like. That's her face.
Calm down, purple hair. It's all right.
That'd be
Alex,
short.
you like to bang midgets?
That
I already got called Marty the dinosaur today.
Bonnie, is that dinosaur?
no.
Alex, Alex, I have a very important question for you. Seriously, have you ever seen a grown man naked? You ever been to a Turkish prison?
Whoa!
No, banging midgets, that'd be a short talk. Couldn't pass that one.
Alex, it's a joke, dude.
Calm down, buddy.
It's like I went and, I checked into a hotel once and told her I wanted the porn disabled, and she was like, "We only have regular porn here, you sicko."
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
Or it could be a vice, too.
Yeah.
Which we probably won't talk about on that show.
Yeah.
We try to keep it somewhat classy. Johnson.
That's a good vice. That's a very good vice to have.
I don't have my glasses.
Distilleries.
Going to a okay.
Yeah.
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 Distilleries, tastings, of course.
Yeah, I did a wine tasting yesterday. It was great.
My
John
cousin
said that would be a Malone subject.
Yeah.
Well, a Malone subject anytime. Well, I remember a Malone subject.
Malone subject is let me show up to your show and drink all your alcohol.
Loriana's graduation. He goes, I don't drink no more. Drink a whole fucking bottle of Fireball.
All.
Yeah. Loriana and Katie's graduation party goes, I don't drink anymore.
Yeah.
Bought a whole bottle of fucking Fireball and drank the whole fucking thing.
I remember because I showed up as he was going to bed because you basically told him, dude, go to the fuck to bed. Like, this is...
And this was like 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
He was fucked.
He did bring some flavors of potato chips from West Virginia.
That's awesome, buddy.
That and he drank a whole bottle of
Fireball.
I'm like, dude, why?
I still can't decide which of the flavors from West Virginia I like the best of the potato chips.
I can't decide either because I don't know what flavors they were. Would you like to expand on that topic?
What flavors were there, Alex?
Pepperoni pizza or something.
I think one of them was gravy.
Oh, biscuits and gravy.
Biscuits and gravy. Now that was fucking killer.
I didn't try any of them.
No, they were biscuits and sausage, biscuits, and gravy flavored potato chips.
Probably be stupidly good.
They were stupidly good. And that's our Malone. Let's take our last break of the night.
All right.
And we'll be right back in just a couple minutes on some kind of radio show.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the wild and wacky world of Hilljack Bob. You know, that dude's life is like a mix of Dukes of Hazzard and Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. It's wild, man. Today we're diving into some of his most outrageous adventures yet. I'm talking about the kind of stuff that'll make you spit out your drink, whether it's moonshine or apple juice. So buckle up, folks, and get ready for a wild ride as we explore the unbelievable life and times of Hilljack Bob. So, picture this. Hilljack Bob, our favorite overall-wearing, squirrel-hunting, banjo-playing hillbilly, strutting his stuff down a runway. Yeah, you heard that right, a runway. Not in the woods, not in a holler, but under those bright city lights. Seems Bob wandered into the wrong place at the right time, mistaking a casting call for a wet t-shirt contest. One thing led to another, and boom, there he was, rocking nothing but a pair of tighty-whities in front of a bunch of fashion bigwigs with those little notebooks they're always scribbling in. Now, I don't know about you, but seeing Hilljack Bob in his skivvies is enough to make anyone question reality. The man's got more hair on his back than a grizzly bear in winter. You ever wonder what it'd be like to be in a car crash without, actually being in a car crash? Well, Hilljack Bob, he doesn't have to wonder. He's lived it. This dude volunteered to be a human crash test dummy. Not some fancy high-tech one, mind you, but the real deal. Strapped into a car seat, sent hurtling towards a wall. Why? I don't know. Maybe he lost a bet. Maybe he's just wired differently. The point is, Hilljack Bob's taken more hits than a piñata at a kid's birthday party and walked away to tell the tale. Now that's what I call tough. All right, this one's straight out of a sci-fi flick.
But knowing Hilljack Bob, it's probably true. Word on the street is, this dude was a secret agent for a while. Not just any secret agent, mind you, but one who specialized in extraterrestrial threats. Imagine Area 51, but instead of scientists in lab coats, it's Hilljack Bob in his overalls, shotgun in one hand, jug of moonshine in the other. He's got those aliens speaking English faster than you can say yeehaw. They say the truth is out there, and if anyone can handle the truth about aliens, it's our Hilljack Bob. Alright, this chapter's for the adults in the room. Yeah, you read that right. Hilljack Bob, the man, the myth, the legend, dabbled in the world of adult entertainment. Don't get any ideas, though. It wasn't pretty. Word on the street is, he thought it was a regular movie set. Showed up with his banjo, a couple of squirrels he'd befriended, and a whole lot of moonshine. Let's just say the director wasn't too thrilled. I'm not sure what's more shocking, Hilljack Bob thinking he could be a porn star, or the fact that they actually let him on set. Now for all you podcast lovers out there, this one's for you. Hilljack Bob and all his backwoods glory made a splash in the podcasting world. Yeah, you heard that right. This dude's got more to say than just yeehaw. He was featured on a show called Some Kind of Radio Show, and let me tell you, it was epic. He shared his top 10 tips for surviving in the wilderness, and let's just say, they involved a lot of duct tape, moonshine, and a healthy distrust of squirrels. Who would have thought? Our boy Hilljack Bob, the voice of a generation. Okay, maybe not a generation, but definitely a voice, and a hilarious one at that. And there you have it, folks. Just a few of the many wild adventures of Hilljack Bob. From underwear modeling to alien hunting, from crash test dummy to podcast superstar, the man has done it all. I swear, the dude's living a life most people wouldn't even believe if you wrote it down in a book, much less saw it on YouTube. Stay tuned for more crazy tales from our favorite backwoods hero. I hear he's got a story about a bear, a unicycle, and a whole lot of glitter that'll blow your mind. You won't want to miss it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed the ride. And remember, when life throws you a curveball, channel your inner Hilljack Bob. Embrace the chaos, laugh at the absurdity, and always keep it wild.
You're tuned in to Some Kind of Radio Show. Now, here is Earl McCune and the Regulars.
All right, we're back on Some Kind of Radio Show.
Congratulations, Gator Nation.
Yep. Meet those mics.
Yeah. Till everybody gets back. Yeah, another Vice. Ice cream, I agree.
Yep.
Well, that can get costly. We
I
gotta.
have a whole collection.
I gotta get my niece to quit spending money at Sephora.
I know one of Alex's vices.
I've never shopped
Anime
at Sephora.
porn.
I've never shopped at Sephora.
Oh, it's anime porn.
Do you not get me riled up?
I've seen your phone.
Seriously trying to get my anger
I've seen your phone.
Can you not get my anger flaring up?
Hey.
Don't ever Google hentai.
Yeah. Alex, relax. Take a deep breath. Go get an enema. It might make you feel better.
A coffee enema.
Go get a ginger ale enema, Alex. It'll be bubbly. It'll be happy. Alex, it's a joke, man. Take a joke.
If I'd have known, I would have brought my funnel I used to fill my transmission fluid. It could serve the same purpose, bend it over, and...
Uh-huh. It's like butt chugging cough syrup. Remember that? Remember that? That was a big thing for a while. I'm like, God, who the fuck does that shit? Why would you do that?
You wouldn't believe the strange shit.
People like the Tide Pods. Remember the people did the Tide Pods?
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with people?
How long can I hold it in my mouth until the plastic fades away?
Tide Pods, you mean,
Yeah, the pods, like we wash clothes with.
Yeah, because once the plastic gets wet, it melts away, and then the detergent releases.
They were doing like the Tide Pod challenges and stuff. Like, what is wrong with people? Why would you do that?
Well, it was a TikTok thing.
Yeah, it was a TikTok thing.
It was before TikTok. Wait, no.
That probably was before TikTok.
Yeah. It might have been some of the dumb
Excuse
shit
me
people
for yawning.
do.
My God.
No, you hear something funny is we both grew up with the Transformers.
Yeah.
And I saw this clip, and it was, Transformers have weird names.
Yeah.
So here's Optimus Prime. You remember the little red Volkswagen Beetle cliff jumper?
Yeah.
Optimus Prime's like, alrighty, we're going to go attack. I'm going to send you with some of the new troops. He was like, the first guy, his name was Reach Around. And I'm like, what'd you say his name was? Second troop. Yeah, his name's Handjob. And then finally, the last guy's name was Buttplug. Then Optimus Prime's like, well, you didn't have to be all up Buttplug's ass like that. And it's like, talk about strange name. Yeah, you got to think.
I said Alex's Vice, and he got mad.
Boobs?
I thought it was Gay Midget amputee porn.
No, that's Mike Malone's.
Oh, yeah.
I doubt it. I haven't heard from him.
Is he in PA or West Virginia?
West Virginia.
Wouldn't he live in PA for a while?
PA for a while. He's been in West Virginia for a while now, too. So.
I mean, I know why Father John's down there.
Yeah,
but
that's where he's from.
Oh,
Mike's also from there, too.
Oh.
Yeah, Mike's from West Virginia.
Now he makes makes sense.
Yeah.
Just to be clear.
That one place?
I'm that one guy from that one place.
Yeah.
That one guy hiding in a place.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
So, Mike, you look like yourself again a little bit.
I feel like myself.
Yeah, you look. You don't look like a mall cop now, so that's a very good thing.
I feel much better.
Yeah.
I was gonna send you something. Good old Aurora PD by where SeaWorld used to be. Mm-hmm. You want to talk about a place you ain't got to do shit?
Oh, I know. I fish out there all the time. I know.
Yeah, they're hiring.
Yeah. I've still got my finger on who's hiring and who's not.
No, well, you want to hear something funny? Kid I went to high school with, 5'2", maybe $120.
Yeah.
He's a Hudson cop.
Yeah.
And I ran into him, and I'm like, dude. Of course, number one, I never expected you to go in law enforcement, being as small as he was. But two, I'm like, why Hudson? Don't you want to do police work? He kind of laughed. He's like, no, that's why I came here. And my buddy Mike was an Akron cop for 10 years, and then he left, went to Richfield, and when I bumped into him in Richfield, he got tired of being a police officer. He was like, yeah. He's just like, nobody stays in Akron. And I'm like, well, I know a lot of...
Except for Sergeant Asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and my girl Jill
That's all I'll ever give him is that's his name.
Yeah, Sergeant.
He's earned it.
He's earned it.
Yeah.
I don't really care. I mean...
You say Sergeant Asshole, I say Sergeant Dickhead, but...
Yeah, well...
You can fucking become a cop and still be friends with the people you've known all your life. Like,
absolutely.
Yeah. Right.
Fuck off.
That's how I feel about it. Eat my fuck.
Yep.
Yep.
Let me tell you how I really feel.
When Mom was around, bingo was also her vice.
Yeah, I'm well aware.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm well aware, Alex.
John's vice is man.
Well, actually, John's vice is purse bingo.
Yeah.
I've seen pictures.
We've all seen pictures, John.
I'm glad I did all the dumb shit before the days camera phones.
Right? There's so much shit that I got away with because there's no video footage.
Yeah, thank God. Same here. I did a lot of dumb shit back in the day.
And anybody had video cameras, it was like 8-bit video. You could.
Oh yeah,
right. Like,
you even really think about it. Even 10 years ago, the video quality sucked.
Right.
Yeah. Shit.
But when we were growing up, you knew if you were being videotaped because they were carrying that fucking thing.
Oh yeah, you had a big. I remember those camcorders. I used to have a camcorder like that. Back in the day. It was over the shoulder. Looked like a. It looked like something you'd see in the news.
You felt like you worked for News Channel 5.
Yeah.
Was it Mike kick his ass? That's an insult. He called you small. How dare you? What?
Huh? He wasn't talking about me, you dumb shit. Ben! Dude, how long have you been on the toilet? Are you fucking...
You might have lost too much water.
Dehydrated? Not thinking straight?
Take an
Go get some
X-Lax.
more brats, dumbass.
Brats, no. He likes those year-old
He likes
brats.
brats.
Yeah.
I was rereading the comments.
Yeah.
I caught just a little bit of that. Like, I just got in the car when you guys was doing that. You know, like, I was on my way back, and I'm like, what the fuck are they? I was like, okay. I'm like, thanks for holding the show down,
Listen,
guys.
the first part of this show, I don't know.
It was, well, so I said, I saw you. I was like, hey, sorry, I got to run real quick. Really get a chance to say hi. I'm like, yeah, I got to run over to the place of employment for a few minutes. And
I was watching a little bit of the video. I'm like, what are they on? Are they on some crack or something?
yeah.
I'm going to find something to discuss.
Brats. See? He's back at it. He likes brats.
He does. I wouldn't
So did
admit
my
that,
niece.
Ben.
So did my niece when she was like 2 or 3 years old.
You're talking about the freaking cartoon.
Yeah.
Ben also likes bras.
I like unhooking them, but
Yeah, I was gonna say I prefer taking them off.
hey, speaking of, you heard Hooters filed for bankruptcy, right?
I saw that. Yeah.
Chapter 36 Double D.
Yeah, I saw your post. Yeah, they want to become a more family-friendly establishment.
Yeah. Well, why don't they just offer a delivery service? They could call it like Knockers or something.
Okay, that was good.
That was actually one of Tony's best jokes in a long time.
That was a better one.
That was a better one.
And I'm like, and I was talking about this on on the radio when I had heard about it. I'm like, family friendly. Are they going to put like women that just had kids there so you could bring your kid and they could just feed?
Midwives.
Yeah.
Ben sent me a.
Oh, Ben's trying to clean it up now. Bras are very nice on the ground.
Is he trying to clean up his brats?
He sent me a picture of like a pizza place, Rocco's Pizza. When we were talking about pizza earlier, I just now looked at the message. So.
Oh, I was gonna say
Rocco's Pizza. I just looked at your message like you sent me like whenever you sent it.
No, it was like, I'm on Facebook and I read this thing and a girl's like, is there any place, I've got a lot of breast milk, a lot of my breast milk in the freezer. My kid's not going to drink it all. Can I donate it somewhere? And then some other guy comes on the chat. Well, I'd be happy to take some off your hands, but I want it straight from the tap. Then he looked at her. He's like, I looked at your picture. It looks like you got plenty to spare.
Jesus. Sounds like something you would say.
I'm not that rude. I would say it in person, not on social media.
Hey, at least you go right to the source.
Hey.
Bras are very nice on the ground. That or on your head.
Weird science.
Yeah. Well, remember I did do that.
I was gonna comment a lot more, but I remembered my daughter's like 10 feet away.
Yeah,
so
well, I
I'm just
did
gonna keep my mouth
do
shut.
that. The Great Earl Dini, and I remember I wore Liz's bra on my
Yeah.
head. Oh my God.
Yeah, that thing can hold a couple of grapefruits.
Thing smelled like funk.
Let's not say that name 2 more times. It's kind of like Beetlejuice.
Yeah, here.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, she moved to Puerto Rico for a while.
She's back.
Yeah, I know. She's back.
Yeah, that didn't last very long.
She's like, Tony Tone, when am I going to come see you? I'm like, whenever you want.
Never. Never, preferably.
She was good, then she got bad.
Yeah.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah. That's how we put it.
I still remember the first night that after she came aboard, and then I was out for Halloween, and I left Kent, and I went to the karaoke bar I used to go to in the Falls, and she was up. She was like, "Where are you at?" And I told her, so she came up, and then I stayed there like an hour and a half. Then we went back to the studio, and that was when
my whole problem was Officer Dickhead caused that whole problem, and then somehow threw me under the bus.
Well, of course.
He tried to make me the fall guy on that one.
She wanted to be on the show because of Officer Dick.
Yes.
She had the hots for him.
Well, I had her on my show.
Yeah.
We got along great.
Yep.
We had a great time. But Officer Dickhead threw me under the bus, and I got lit up.
Yeah.
And from that moment on, You can apologize to me all day long. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
You tried to. Nope. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say about that.
In your Forrest Gump voice. That's all I'm going to say about
That's
that.
all I got to say about that.
Mama said, what the fuck?
But yeah, it was...
She'd have one redeeming quality.
Huh.
She had big boobs.
Okay. Hang on, though.
And they were built for speed or for comfort, I can tell you.
There was somebody else that regulared our station that had big boobs, and it still wasn't a redeeming quality.
No,
in my
not at all.
opinion.
Not
that's
in her
not
case.
always a redeeming quality.
Yeah.
Because she got mad, because you remember the night that she came out for her birthday?
Yeah.
And she stayed over. Because she took me to Lamppost and got
I personally don't remember her staying over, but
well, because I went and picked her up, and I told
being
her
a smartass.
Yeah, I know. And then that next morning, because she asked me on the way home, she's like, "Well, you remember meeting me through Nat?" She's like, "Did you and Nat ever fool around?" I'm like, "A couple of times." She's like, "Who haven't you fooled around with?" And I started pointing out all these people as we were driving down the road. Well, I ain't messed around with her or her or her.
I'm sorry. I just have to say it out loud.
Uh huh.
If given the chance, we're gonna fool around.
Yeah. That's just the life of a single man.
Right.
So.
Yeah, let me specify.
Life of a single man.
Single man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Happily married man, like
No.
you and me, Mike. Well, not that we're together. You know what I mean, though. Yeah.
Oh, Earl.
Behave.
Oh, Mike. No. No.
Oh, my.
Coming out show.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no. I love you like a brother, Mike, but hell no.
He likes you better with the beard.
Amen to that, brother.
I like you better with your beard.
I've seen you guys on that show. That's a little more than brotherly love.
Your what hurts?
No, not everyone, Ben. There's one or two I've passed on, but they're few and far between.
Ben, were you messed around with too?
Uncle Tony, no.
Oh, that's bad. Oh. Oh, you want fried rice? Do you want that stir fry?
Why does this show always go off the fucking rails?
It's just the nature of this show.
It's like the train is going one way, and all of a sudden it's like, let's kill as many people as we can.
Hey, it went from VICES to whatever the heck we're talking about.
From VICES.
Well, we don't call it some kind of radio show for nothing.
It's some kind of show.
Some kind of something.
That's what the show. That's why the show got the name it has.
Yeah.
Because you never know what this show's going to be about. You never know what we're going to say or do on this show.
Nope.
And see, Ben, that's the joy of having a lot of female friends more than guy friends. I have like 5 guy friends, and I probably got help. Don't take me home. I'll walk.
Next week, he's like, I will limp. Like, just...
Well, next week I think he's going to be on, like, remote. So
I told him I'd pick him up.
What we got to do is pick him up.
I'll drag his
We'll
ass
have
here.
to, like, firemen's carry him down the stairs, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll firemen's carry you in how. What we'll do? We'll put you on a dolly. You know?
Yeah.
Well, and the best part is, on crutches with his knee all fucked up, he can't fight back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can swing his
The
crutches
ways
around
that
now.
we can torture his dumbass,
Oh, God.
Time to get him in a dress.
I'm going to light something on fire that night.
Crush man.
By something, I mean Ben.
Send the crush man.
That's why I said we glue the same.
Did you say Ben the crotch man?
I want to get him on the show on painkillers.
Oh, I bet that'd be interesting.
And then I want to get him talking about holidays.
Uh-huh.
We
I
set
know
our
we can do-
fireworks off on Thanksgiving.
Here, I know what I'm going to do for the next show. If Ben's here. I'm gonna make him some brownies, but how about a little?
Okay.
Not weed brownies.
I have to say this, no matter what.
If you're having trouble going, Ben, I'll help
we
you.
always have to remember he is legitimately diabetic.
Yeah.
We could kill him.
Sugar free.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
We have to remember we could kill him.
He's diabetic?
Yes.
Yeah, Ben's.
How have you missed that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't pay attention.
We have picked
I'm
on
gonna
his
be
diabetes for like 18 years.
I don't pay that much attention.
We haven't even known him 18 years, but we picked on
And
him.
the show's
that
only
long
been on
about
for
it.
13.
How many years have I been here?
About 6.
7.
7.
7.
7.
I've been on here since the beginning.
That was the show. Yeah, that
How
was
old
the,
were you, 2?
Yeah, how old were you? No, how old were you?
8. Yeah.
6.
I was like 8 or 9.
Listen, Barney. Calm down over there.
Hell, you're not making no brownies. Thank you. Ben's just now caught up to that.
Right?
Well, but they'll be flavorful.
We're going to lace something, Ben.
You're gonna what?
We're going to lace something.
You're gonna
Not as
lay
tight.
something?
Lace.
Oh.
LACE.
I was like, I don't think humans can lay eggs.
No.
Just don't lace him, okay?
What came first, the chicken or the Ben?
I was gonna say clearly you don't understand women, but whatever. What the fuck are you, a dolphin now?
Chicken jockey.
I think
Chicken
they got
jockey.
into like the laughing gas.
Right? They found your gummies.
No. No.
Some delay here.
Don't
my
condone.
bad. Well, that's all good.
Sure, Ben.
He's like, the hell
Sure.
you're not making no brownies.
Ben's got a
I am
delay.
now known as Barney, I guess.
Barney is a dinosaur
Barney
from
Munch.
my imagination.
I am purple.
Purple guy.
I'm
Considering
purple
your
guy.
bowling team's called the Purples.
Oh my god.
The purples.
My team is called the Purples.
Purple nurples? What?
I wanted to call it the Purple Nurples, but no. My buddy Steve told me no.
No, call it that anyway.
Nah, Jakar wanted to call it the Purple Hues. That was worse.
So hold up. Your team name is called the Purples, and you have somebody on your team named Jakar?
Jakar.
Jakar, we call him Gerard.
Jakar.
And
Vroom,
Big
vroom.
Purple.
Well, here's the messed up part.
Wait, what?
We call him Gerard.
Somebody on your team named Big Purple?
Yeah, that's her boyfriend.
No, Austin's Big Poppy.
Thank God
There's nothing big about Austin.
Thank God this show
your
is ending right
boyfriend
now.
Big Poppy?
Holy shit.
Not me, Steve.
There's
Steve
nothing-
did it.
There's nothing big about Austin.
Steve calls him Big Poppy.
That's like not a crime.
I mean,
That's
I was
weird.
speculating one day if you two ever have children, you can have midgets. I mean,
On my shirt says Shrimpy. Jakar is Big Purple.
it's gotten bad. It's gotten very bad.
And then you got Steve, who's just a villa.
Should I walk away?
So Lori's gonna have like little people. So she is little people, but
I'm the shortest one at work.
The Lollipop Guild.
Hey, I fell off a ladder yesterday. I already got called an Oompa Loompa 5 times today.
Who the fuck called you an Oompa Loompa? You look like Barney.
One of you and me.
Let's go out.
Jakar calls me an Oompa
Barney
Loompa.
with a
Who
big
the fuck is
shotgun.
Jakar?
What kind of Jakar? What kind of car?
I want to see drive. He drives Chakar.
Dum-dum dum.
Wow.
It's very bad.
I'm sorry.
Very, very bad. This show's only gotten better throughout the night because the first little bit was. I had an abbreviated show tonight.
We're essentially like the train wreck. You just can't look away.
No. Oh my God! What are they doing? Oh, I gotta keep watching. That's what people did. That's why we got 12,000 viewers last
Kind
week.
of.
Yeah.
Because randomly we grew
they
Ben's hand to himself.
Well, you know,
That's
I think Ben has officially shown more body parts than anybody on this show.
He showed his ass. He showed it.
Oh, he did show his ass.
Yes, he did.
He rubbed his ass on my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how Zoe had her butt on Munchie.
No.
That's a dog.
That's
It
a
is-
dog. No, we got
Not a
Ben's
human.
ass. We
No.
got his.
Ben rubbed his ass on my head.
Never mind the early episodes where the worst you and I have ever been drunk on this show and made fools of ourselves.
Yeah.
Ben took it 3 levels beyond that on multiple occasions.
Hey, wait a minute. I can't say that. I did stop throughout the show and go throw up repeatedly.
He was worse.
Yeah.
Like early, like down in the valley.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was bad.
He slept there one night.
Yeah.
He slept there more than one night.
Well, you remember we went to that ham radio show,
Yeah.
and you met us down there.
Yeah.
It was me and Dick Bag, and
Yeah.
then Ben joined us a little bit later, and he was hungover so bad. I was like, "Where'd you come from?" He goes, "Studio."
Does not compare.
He's, "Don't worry, I locked it up." I'm like, "Well, good. I'm glad, you know." But we were 'cause shit. We left the show because that's when we used to do 8 to midnight.
Yeah.
And we had to be.
Because that was a Saturday morning.
That was
Yeah.
Saturday morning because we had to be over there at like 7 o'clock in the morning to set
set
up
up,
our
yeah.
table.
Because I popped in at like 8 o'clock when you guys.
And we were already there an hour, and you popped in, you hung around for a while, and then we hung out there and try to get the word out of what we were and everything, and that was fun. But watching Ben walk in, "Hi guys,
Hi guys.
how are you?"
Or when Tony was in what?
What?
I can't fully remember the
Troy
And we went out. Oh, that was when Troy was in town.
Oh.
But Ben was the reason that
We did that Tuesday night show.
That was a Tuesday night show.
He was the reason I stopped sitting on that one couch. That's all I'm gonna say.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, the futon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the reason I stopped.
I
It was
Lysoled that.
I will never touch that thing again.
I Lysoled it
sat on that
I Lysoled that thing many
We
a time.
slept on that couch.
I've slept
More than
on
once.
that couch. Well,
Ben slept with that
see,
couch.
Back in the
Oh.
day when we had SKO, I used to work Thursday nights.
Right.
Okay. I would leave work at about 11 o'clock Thursday night. I'd drive down to the valley, and I'd work on scores for the next day.
Right.
And I'd be there till like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. So, well, 4 o'clock in the morning, I wasn't driving home at 4
No.
a.m. I slept there. Then I got up the next morning, went home, got a shower, all that, and went back down to the valley a little bit later in the day because I had also did administrative work too,
Right.
you know, which I had to, had a business to run, so I had to go down there and do some of that stuff.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, many a nights I went down there and I slept on that futon. Then thank God I got an air mattress. I stopped sleeping on that futon.
Yeah. Yeah, things that have happened on that futon.
Yeah. Ben.
Yeah.
Ben happened on that. I'm gonna let you guys close out the show.
Yeah, it is that time.
Yes, sir.
All right, everybody, we'll see you in 2 weeks from tonight. We're going to be doing a WrestleMania watch party.
Yay!
And that's going to be a lot of fun. WrestleMania 41 watch party. That'll be fun.
Ben is
So we'll
getting
be,
up
well, actually, a lot of us will be turning around watching the monitor behind us.
Talking about it.
And I might even be able to get it on that monitor.
I'll bring home
so.
some food.
I'll find a dress for Ben.
Yeah, all that.
I think Ben's
not gonna
gonna be on.
But anyway, real quick, VICES is returning this summer. We will release a start date as soon as we have that.
Yep.
Again, Mike's your host of VICES. We'll be bringing that show back for a limited run for probably about 6 or 8 shows, and do that as a seasonal type of show. But that's kind
Season
of the plan.
2, 3 years later.
Season 2, 3 years later, yeah. But we're bringing it back. It is coming back. And we're excited to bring it back, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But, all right, we're getting off of here. We're going to end our show for the night. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I apologize, everybody. I couldn't be here for the first hour. I had something I had to take care of.
Shit happens.
At my work. So, part of it, the responsibility part of me had to get
I was
stepped
there.
in.
I saw you walk in the door.
Yeah, I was walking with a purpose, wasn't I?
Totally.
Yeah. But
I'm like, oh, what's he doing here? Oh, probably that what happened there. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll see everybody in 2 weeks, and it'll be a WWE night for us. So we're gonna have a lot of fun with that, and
Will there also be coverage of the kickoff?
we're not gonna be on that early. We start at 7.
I know.
But they start at 7. We're gonna start about the time they start. We can't start early,
Nope.
Alex. I work until 5.
Me too.
All right. We're out. Peace out. Have a good night, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Good night.
Bye.